Welcome to the Big Week in Gaming podcast. And yes, it has been a big week in gaming. I'm integot for episode 20 for Sunday, 29th of November 2020. As always, I'm joined by the top contender, the number one contender for the best Xbox RPG player in the world, Swinny.
Hello.
And just because we can't get rid of him and he's a friend and foe of the podcast, Mike.
I am inevitable.
In this week's show, we'll be discussing the Cyberpunk Cyberleak before release, the surprise sequel announced for cult hit The World Ends With You, and very exciting for us, we decide our shortlist for 2011's Game of Some Other Year. Swinny, as we normally do, we start off with a correction. Do you want to cover this one?
Yeah, so last week when I gave my my impressions of the Game & Watch Super Mario Brothers, I mentioned that the only Game & Watch I ever really played as a kid was the Donkey Kong Jr. one, and I said it was dual screen. It is not dual screen. I realized that kind of quickly. I'm like, I'm going to look that up, and yeah, that was a grave mistake. I'll never
better apologize to all our fans.
Oh, there's some people out there that
profusely.
There's some people out there that I'm sure are passionate about their Game & Watch history, so I just need to correct myself on that one.
You're going to get the death threats coming soon.
Please don't.
They just haven't arrived yet because of COVID.
Yeah, don't invite it. Don't invite it, Mike.
Oh, bring it on. Bring it on.
Oh
Send me some. But
I don't think you realize we've had like lots of animated commentary from people in the past about certain things, especially if you touch on anything to do with like this console could be potentially better than that one. And just like on that, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of getting sick of this whole Xbox versus PlayStation 5. Oh, this is slightly better. Oh, this one drops a few frames.
I know. Who cares? Much is the same muchness. Just enjoy whichever thing you actually managed to get your hands on.
And I feel extremely vindicated because even like this would have been early on in the show. I was like, look, yes, obviously on paper the Xbox Series X is better from like certain aspects, but it's also how you use it as a dev and how easy it is to take advantage of, right? And I was like, maybe potentially there's parts that the PS5 will be better. And it's like, man, some people really came after me with that comment, but it has been proven to be true. Like, you know, these nerds over it, and they're awesome at Digital Foundry, have found, there's scenarios where the PS5 is much better at the moment than the Xbox Series X.
This is
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at all. This is literally Cindy Crawford versus Elle Macpherson. You know, you've got two amazing women.
Okay.
What do you need to, start saying, oh, but this one's a little better? No, they're amazing. Just enjoy it.
Well, Elle Macpherson's clearly better. I don't know what you're talking about there.
No, Cindy Crawford, come on.
I
She's
actually
still stunning.
I agree. I think it's hard to decide. I think it's really hard to decide.
Let's take this outside, Swinny.
I actually have a bone to pick with you, Integot.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So once again, you opened up the show saying, yes, it has been a big week in gaming.
It has. I'm excited. I'm energized.
It has.
Of course it has. It always.
Of course it has.
In gaming.
Of course.
You keep pushing this big state. Man, it's just. I don't know. This week doesn't feel like a big week to me. I don't know what you're talking about.
How can you not say it's a big week? Everyone's got these, millions of people. The biggest launch for the PS5 ever. Cyberpunk 2077, probably the biggest game of that generation, now the last generation.
Yeah.
How can you not say it's an exciting week? Of course it is.
Well, yeah. Okay. All right. One day I'll convince you it's not a big week.
And also, it's got to be an exciting week. I started playing Dark Souls. That has to be an exciting week, right?
That is very exciting. We've been trying to get it to play this game for nearly 10 years?
I know. I don't think it's been out for 10 years, but
well, nearly 9.
Yeah, okay. So I've only played like an hour's worth of it. So I actually played Demon Souls. So that was the first Souls game that I've even tried. So that was just recently as a joke last week. So far, like 1 hour into it, I actually prefer Demon Souls. And I like the way it opens and just the feel of it more, which is kind of weird because I know that Dark Souls did come out a couple of years after and it's refined certain things. I do like the bonfire idea though. Like that kind of mechanic. I do like that.
It's a really cool mechanic.
Yeah, I don't really fully understand the game though. Like it's a bit like Demon Souls where stuff's happening and I'm like, I don't really understand what's going on. And
You'll
I'm not playing
figure
it
it out. It's very esoteric. It doesn't tell you a lot of things. You just figure it out by yourself. I think the biggest, coolest difference between Demon Souls and Dark Souls, in so much as Dark Souls is a bit better, is the map layout. Because it actually feels like the whole world is, other than, a few parts where you teleport and stuff, it just feels like a big interconnected world. And it actually is. Just you open shortcuts from completely different maps, hours later into the game. So, whereas Demon Souls had that teleportation thing.
Let's not spoil anything for him.
No, we shouldn't.
But on that note, a lot of what's great about that game starts to show itself later as you get into the game. It's not very upfront. But Demon Souls is also a very great game, and there's a lot of people out there that love Demon Souls the most.
I love Demon Souls.
So, and it's great to see that you finally jumped in, and on the back of Mike also starting a new game of Dark Souls last week. I've also been playing Dark Souls. We've all been playing Dark Souls. You get a Dark Souls. You get a Dark Souls.
Everyone gets a Dark Soul. And we had some jolly cooperation on the weekend.
Yes.
For one boss. Yeah. Well, one boss times two.
Yeah.
Well, so, two bosses times two for four bosses.
Mike, we say no spoilers.
I'm not going to say no more spoilers. I'm saying it was a lot of bosses.
So it was, it's been great to go through it again. I'm near the end of the game, probably like half an hour away, I reckon.
Wow.
Oh, really? Wow. How long? I thought it was like a 40-hour game.
Me. No, Dark Souls is not that long. You can take that long if you want, but if you know what you're doing, it's probably like 12-hour game or something, 15 hours.
Interesting.
If you know what you're doing. So, it's been great to go through it again. And the only other thing I've really been playing is I've still been spending some time on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, of course, which is still really fun. If it wasn't for Dark Souls, I would have played that a lot more. But I just felt like, just doing a run through Dark Souls this week. So,
I did find it funny. I was saying it to Mike that, I said to you guys, I'm going to start Dark Souls. And in the time that I said that to when I actually started, you both had started playing it, like even before I got a chance to play it, which I thought was amusing. And just on other games that I'm playing, I'm actually working through all the Metroidvanias on Xbox Game Pass. So have you guys played Gato Roboto?
No.
Nope.
Is it good?
It's a fun little Metroidvania. I partly played it because I think it's only a couple of hours long. I think I'm pretty deep in the game already because I've got like.
So you're at about an hour 45?
Nah,
it's like 45 minutes in or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty short game.
So on that note, have you guys have any of yous ever played?
Bro.
Any of the Guacamole Melee games? Sorry.
Only a little bit, and I'm really keen to play more.
Yeah, ditto. Is that a proper Metroidvania style game as well? Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Cool. I didn't get far enough to really experience that, but they looked awesome, so I got to try it.
Yeah, no, it's been an amazing time for Metroidvanias.
Since everyone's been talking about what they've been playing, Need for Speed, which I'll talk about later, and Avicii Invector, which just came out, which I'll also talk about maybe next week when I've had a bit more time with it. But I've been hooked on it. I was up until about actually, I was up until about 12:30, and then my girlfriend goes, "Oh, can I just have a quick go?" I'm like, "Okay, baby, you can have a quick go."
Okay,
like, give me the controller. So she started playing it.
Sorry, in 15 words max, right?
15 words max.
Explain what that is. 15 words max.
It's like Guitar Hero, but with Avicii songs. So I don't. You guys familiar with Avicii? Is it?
No, no idea.
Okay, Swinny, you know Avicii?
Yes, I only respond to Swinny.
Okay, sorry, Swinny, you know Avicii? It's confusing.
Yes, I know of Avicii.
Right.
Yes.
So okay, cool. So I don't know if it was just before his death, but he co-created. Well, he worked on in collaboration to create this game, and it's kind of like Guitar Hero, where you press the button. It's a rhythm game, basically, with all of his tracks. I think there's 25 tracks from memory. I really like his music.
Words.
So
this is way more.
This is way more than 50 words, but I really like his music. So it was awesome. Like a really cool.
It sounded like you said 50 words, and he said 15 words.
I thought he said 50. Well, it was probably more than 50 anyway, but whatever.
It was 15.
50!
I was actually excited. I thought you were going to cover Ring Fit at some point this week.
I'll cover it next week. I haven't had time to focus on my health this week. In
'Cause
fact, I
I'd
haven't had
be
time
keen
to
to talk
focus on
about
my health
that.
over the last year, but...
I'd be keen to talk about that.
Yeah, I absolutely will. I also thought something like Need for Speed and Avicii is slightly more topical because they just came out. So, for the Switch anyway. So...
And the last thing I just wanted to say before we move on to the first segment is, and I've been talking about this game a lot, but I actually bought Half-Life Alyx as part of the Black Friday sale.
Nice. Wait, do you have a headset for it?
Of course he does.
Ooh, someone got the Quest 2.
No. So a good
what'd you
friend
get?
is staying with us in Christmas and then
Okay.
going up to the Gold Coast, and he's like, "Oh, you can borrow my Quest 2." I'm like, okay. So I'm like, oh, I better get Half-Life Alyx then.
Nice. I still have the Quest 1 that I borrowed from the library before COVID and haven't returned yet because they don't need it.
You can borrow from the library.
Well,
That just seems wrong. That just
you
seems
can't-
wrong in so many ways.
You can't really,
Wait,
borrow it properly.
So-
But if you know people that work at the library, you can. So
Okay.
it's not like
okay.
people can use it. So it was one of the educational devices and stuff. And because no one could use it during the lockdowns, I managed to borrow it through my contacts.
I get you.
So I got Alex as well. So I'd be really interested when you start. I might actually start as well, and then we can give our impressions.
Yeah, cool. It'll be over
Looking forward to that one.
over the Christmas break.
We're just going to
yes.
start tailoring the games we play based on what integot is about to play.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we
right?
end up playing them first anyway, so whatever.
Well, I'm playing it like
we
in
finished them
times,
way before he does.
yeah, 11 years after they came out. So it's like, here's my fresh impressions of this game.
2077.
What do you mean?
I play Cyberpunk finally.
What do you mean? Alan Wake just came out. What are you talking about?
Well, just on Cyberpunk, I think that's quite timely, Mike. So
segue,
this year, the biggest game of the year, I would say, Cyberpunk 2077 has leaked early with PlayStation 4 versions of the games in gamers' hands already, including people taking photos and capturing footage and being struck down quite quickly. So reports first started coming in on Monday, the 23rd of November, and this is a pre-patch build. So as a preservationist, it would be really cool to see this version versus what the day one patch version will be.
Absolutely. But I mean, I think it went gold a little while ago, didn't it? So most of the copies that are available, I would imagine, are probably pre-patched.
Well, I think that's what we all think, but I don't think that's 100% because I did hear someone talk about they believe it might be a press version of the game, like e.g. like sent out to like IGN, etc.
Okay.
Yeah,
Someone's going to get into trouble.
Well, yeah,
Someone is
definitely,
in
definitely.
a lot of trouble. Somebody. I don't know who.
So-
I think at this point,
Somebody.
CD Projekt probably just like, we're just over this. Just get the game out,
Maybe.
Well, I do
Why do
wonder.
you reckon they leaked it just to get something out?
No, I do wonder if like the leak has then forced their hand to a point where they're just like, all right, we'll just like we now really genuinely have to release this game. You know what I mean? Like I know
Yeah.
that sounds kind of stupid in a way, but I don't know. I could kind of see that happening, to be honest. Where they're just like, oh, okay, we just have to do it then. And are you
So
guys
rather
going to
than-
get this game when it comes out, or what are you going to do?
Am I going to get this game? So, I have the limited Xbox One X console,
Oh yeah, that's right.
which comes with a copy of the game.
Damn.
I think it comes with a code copy, obviously. I'm not going to put a physical copy because I bought this thing a while back. And it comes... and I also ordered
Wait,
the
just wait, pause.
Pause?
So you pre-ordered that.
No, I have it. I have it in my hands. I've had it for a while. So this is the Xbox One X console. Yeah, it
And they've
came
got
out
the code for it.
a few months ago. Well, I assume it... I think it... Wait, I think it comes with it. Wait, no, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter if it comes with it or not because
So
I
you've
also
got a console that you definitely won't play.
pre-ordered. I probably won't end up playing this one, or I might when I trade in the other one for the Series X. But I also have on pre-order the collector's edition of Cyberpunk. So I definitely will have a copy of something. But wait, there's more. For a limited time only, I also have the copy on PC. So I already pre-ordered and not preloaded. I have the game serial in my GOG collection. So yeah, I think if they had, it's funny, if they actually had a copy for PS5 that had the PS5 patches and stuff to take advantage of it, because I don't think they will have that until next year. I'd probably get a
Yeah,
PS5
and
copy as well.
yeah. So they've already said that it's going to be next year, but the way it's shaping up, it feels like it's very much late next year rather than early next year.
That's a bummer. That's a real
Yeah.
bummer. But anyway, I got it on PC, so sorry for peeps that have it on console. But I'm looking forward to it on PC. I actually got a monitor just for it, I think. Well, it wasn't just for it, but it was with it in mind, which was a 32-inch, 165 hertz panel.
What resolution?
1440p. So
wow,
looking forward to playing that game on it. The only thing is, I had also hoped that I could get my hands on an upgraded video card by the time it came out, but unfortunately, as everyone knows, there's no stock anywhere. So I'm just gonna enjoy it as is with whatever hardware I have.
But it's not too crazy from what I've seen the PC specs.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite good. I think the minimum specs are recommended. Sorry, no, even the recommended specs were like a 1060, which is not bad. Like by today's standards, it's
just look at Witcher 3. Like
good.
they optimized that game so well.
That was really well optimized. Even the hairworks was all right on most cards, although you kind of turn it off just to get extra frames. But yeah,
I was really shocked to see that. Because I normally run these type of games through my 1080p panel, and just because I'd always prefer frame rate.
Yeah,
and like even my PC is like fine. Like I think I can run it on high or even maybe ultra,
which is surprising because it looks bloody good.
I know. But I do wonder what like frame rate they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
is that
that's
like
the
30
thing.
frames?
Maybe it's 30 exactly. Maybe it's for 30. It's impossible because it doesn't specify that anyway. Although you think being something that I don't know, like it feels like, because it is something that has a bit of a PC thing to it as well. That it wasn't just a console thing, so they probably do keep frame rates in mind. But surprised they didn't list it. Anyway, totally looking forward to it. So
yeah, and probably the last one for me is I just really wonder if there's going to be like some kind of shock announcement at the Game Awards where there's a cloud version for Switch, because I think that would just be like huge if that drops on that day.
Wow.
But yeah, look, it's kind of such an anticlimactic launch now for this game. Like if this came out in March, it would have been just the biggest game of the year and dominated. But yeah, it's a very odd launch now. Like how
because it's right before Christmas. Although here's the other thing that I think. Very final thoughts on this one. Maybe it's not a bad idea right before Christmas because a lot of people are going to be on a break. So maybe that's also more people that don't have to take leave and they can actually focus on the game properly. So it'd be interesting.
Sure if they care about that.
I care about that. So can't wait.
Awesome. And in surprising sequel news, Square Enix dropped a surprise sequel announcement for cult classic The World Ends With You, called Neo, The World Ends With You. My only familiarity with this game was when they released the final remix on Switch. And this one's coming out, it says summer 2021, so I'm guessing that's our winter, Swinny?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be.
So
and did you guys play the original on the DS?
I did, yes. I remember really cool music.
Yeah, so the reason why, not only was it actually, it's a cool sequel announcement, but I have a very love-hate relationship with this game because I own this on the DS. So when it first came out, I picked it up not long after, and there was a lot of buzz about this game when it came out originally, and I wanted to love it, but I just couldn't get to grips with the dual-screen combat on the Nintendo DS, and that's why this has reminded me that I need to check out what they've done with that Switch version, because obviously the Switch is not dual screen. So
are you sure this was dual screen?
On the Nintendo DS was known for having dual screens. The Nintendo DS.
I know.
So the Switch version, I'm keen to see actually how they actually adapted that to see if it's something that I like more, because a lot of people loved the game, but some people struggled with following what was happening across both screens simultaneously in battles. But this game, yeah, it's essentially like yeah, it's like a 3D version. Like it looks the same in many ways, which is cool. The
Yeah, they
stylized
should
visuals
really.
and everything.
So hang on. Is there a remake or remaster of the original on Switch?
Yes.
How
Yeah.
did I not know?
Yeah, it dropped in price a few months ago, but
Well,
now it's
I'll
back
get
up.
it. That's right. I'll wait.
Yeah. So I think the best you'll be able to get it for is like about 35 Australian dollars.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll easily pay that. I just
It's
have
like
too many other
70
games.
right now though. Like it's pretty crazy.
Wow, that's probably more than the original was.
100%, dude. Like
Yes, what?
Swinny, what's the most expensive DS games? Like $55 maybe? Most expensive?
Yeah, when
In
they came
Australia?
out, it wouldn't have been more than that.
The most expensive DS games for me were when I sold a bunch of DS games on eBay, and postage was more than what I made out of the games. As in, I think I sold them for like $15, and it costed me $18
You gotta
to
be
post
careful
them because
about
I
that.
didn't put extra postage costs.
So getting back to the game, the one thing, so I'm super pumped to try this when it comes out, but I will say the footage looks rough. It looks very early 360 PS3 era for some
Oh, wow.
reason, which is not something that Square are usually firing on all cylinders when it comes to the presentation of games. So,
But then how about Bravely Default 2? Like I kind of felt the same, that it just looked... It didn't look as good even as the 3DS version.
Bravely Default 2, yeah, but graphically, I reckon the footage they showed, that game looks way better than the early footage of this game. I reckon this game, when you look at the battles and everything, it looks very PS3 era. So it's obviously some of that's just a stylistic choice, but it's quite telling that it's only announced for PS4 and Switch and not next gen, even though it's just been announced now. I reckon that's probably a sign that it's probably not going to be the most graphically intensive game, but it doesn't need to be. Like, people have been wanting a new game in this series for so long, so it's great to finally get one announced.
And just on that whole, now they're calling it forward compatibility. It does feel like there's a massive backflip that's happened, especially more from Jim Ryan in PS5 and Sony in general. Because I think, Xbox and Phil Spencer, they've always been really clear that games are going to be coming out for both systems for at least a couple of years. But it does seem recently that even Jim Ryan is saying, the head of Sony Interactive Entertainment, the guys who create the PlayStation, that they're actually, hey, look, we've got a huge fan base. They're probably going to get up to 120 million PS4 sold. And they do seem to be like going, oh, we're going to start supporting it. So, and continue to support it more aggressively than maybe they had in the past. I actually really am anticipating in 2021, we're going to have a whole host of games announced for PS4.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is weird, right?
Well, I don't know if it's weird necessarily, because we got to remember that the PS5, other than the fact that you can't get your hands on it, is a $750 console, and not everyone has $750 lying around to buy one. And there is no cheaper alternative per se, other than the discless version, which isn't really that much cheaper. So it sort of needs to still have something there that people that can't afford the $750 can, still get a console and play. So I think it probably is going to go for a few more years easily.
Well, you've got also the thing that you haven't had for a while, where you can make it for the PS4 and it will run pretty seamlessly on the PS5.
Perfect.
Whereas before, it's like you either have to have two versions or just commit to the new next-gen console, right? So
yeah,
I think that's going to make a bit of an influence as well. And then sticking with Square Enix, this is actually a huge announcement from a Japanese cultural perspective, but Square Enix have announced that they are going to allow permanently the work from home arrangements that are in place now for employees. So
Sugoi!
Yeah, and look, like
what they would say.
I don't know, you probably can comment as well as I can, Mike, just around, Australian workplaces are very much moving to be more open about work from home. Like,
they are, but in saying that, the particular company that I'm working for is getting people to go in 1 day a week from
and I think
next week.
Yeah,
well, it kind of is. I don't know what the hell the rush is, but whatever. I'm just hoping that it's sort of creating more of a culture of acceptance to be able to work from home. And I am looking forward to the flow-on effect with people being less centered around cities, and more little
Yeah.
hubs popping around everywhere, and more little communities forming outside of the central city. Because we need that. We absolutely need that for many different
Yeah.
reasons.
And Swinny, you're the Japanese expert on the podcast. You're a fluent Japanese speaker.
Oh, totally.
Swinosaki.
Well, I mean, you do know how to speak
Arigato.
Japanese. You do know how to speak Japanese.
I
But,
used to know how to speak.
Hey,
Japanese.
you've got a
That was
degree on your wall that says you can. Like, is this like common in Japanese culture? Like the whole working from home thing?
no.
Is that a rhetorical question?
I think
Yeah,
you
of
know
course
the
it
answer
is.
to that.
Of course it is. It's a conversation starter.
Now, I'm not going to say every Japanese studio or publisher is as controlling as someone like Konami. We've heard the horror stories about Konami not allowing any of their employees to have individual emails, and they rotate like those email addresses, and
That's
just
amazing.
how secretive and controlling they
That's
are.
so mad. I love that.
But generally, like this is huge for their business culture, and it's COVID forced the hand, just like it has for a lot of businesses around the world. So I wonder if this is the start of a culture change. And we saw recently the Smash Brothers Directs, where Sakurai was filming from his home. Not that he had many options, but while he's technically not a Nintendo employee, he was filming something for Nintendo that they normally, I don't think, ever would have had anyone filming anything from the home in the
No,
past.
they never have.
So, yeah,
They literally
There you
never
go.
have. Like, that was a big thing of when they did it. They were like, they made a big point of that. They've never done that before. Because also, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there is a bit of an uptick in the numbers in Japan as well. So maybe this is also just Square Enix sort of looking at the tea leaves and going, geez, there might be a stronger lockdown in Japan. Because they really haven't had a lockdown in Japan through this whole thing, amazingly. So, given how low their numbers have been.
The interesting part about this as well is that we've got to remember that Square Enix has developer studios all across the world as well, like as
true.
part of the ADOS.
So maybe that's why they.
So out of all Japanese developers, I think it makes sense that they're one of the first to kind of make this change. But we'll see whether or not studios are only based in Japan will make this change in the future.
No, fair enough.
It is also, I think certain jobs you could probably also do, but there are certain jobs that you need to collaborate with people closely in person. Some things you just can't really do. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of. Like,
Honestly, it's more the secrecy, I think, in the security part of it for a lot of them, because they're just so controlling around that. And also, I know all businesses are very secretive and control their IP and everything, but Japanese studios just seem to be just like doubly so, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I do think in general you do see less leaks out of Japanese studios. Like, there's more, things that drop and you go, oh wow, like I didn't know that they were doing that.
Except Capcom.
Yeah, but do you wonder if that's just anyway. All right, moving on. Action RPGs. Okay, anyone on the call is interested in RPGs? Swinny?
I don't know, Mike. You interested in RPGs?
Hey, you might say yes. Be careful.
I am. But wait, hang on. There was this guy I knew who was like the number one RPG player in all of Oceania.
Oh, me talking about. Oh,
That's
awesome.
it.
Oh, yes. All right, I'll take this story then. Okay.
You take it.
So, Focus Home Interactive has announced that the action RPG GreedFall is coming to next-gen platforms and is getting new content. So, the reason why I really want to talk about this, because we're not going to talk about every game that's getting ported to next-gen, especially ones that are, obviously just going to be backwards compatible and all that jazz. But Greedfall in particular is a game that I picked up on launch. It's from a developer I love, Spiders, French studio. Very Eurojank, known for Eurojank games, but Greedfall was like their step up. It was essentially, it felt like a AAA title. It was such a good game. Received really decent reviews and sold, pretty well for a game from a small studio like that, over 1 million copies. So it's great to hear that not only is it getting next gen ports, but the new content part is what I'm super excited about. That game had a lot of potential. The world that they built was really cool. A lot of the games that they've worked on have always been like Technomancer, Bound by Flame, Mars War Logs. They're so ambitious, but they're definitely restrained by just they can't probably realize the scope that they want to, and GreedFall was the closest they've gotten there. It had a really big world. What I'd say is anyone that loves BioWare RPGs, Mass Effect, Dragon Age especially, GreedFall is that in spades, with the companion style quests and everything. But interestingly as well, they've announced a Windows 10 store version is launching on the 10th of December. And typically when that happens, we see that a Game Pass announcement comes soon after.
Oh, nice.
So there's that, so it's very possible that GreedFall is getting added to Game Pass, but also it means there's a new achievement list for me to hunt. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, and it's a good game to go back to. So it's a good excuse. And they are working. Spiders themselves are working on a new title. I think they announced it back in June or July, called Steel Rising, which looks really cool as well. So
Steel Rising, that's what my girlfriend says. So
yeah, but is she in the French Revolution with robots? Because that's what the game's about.
No, she's not. Obviously,
I like that joke. That felt like not flat at all. So wait. So I need to look at, because you know what? I've been monitoring Control like crazy. So Control and Half-Life Alyx are the two games of this kind of era that I'm like super keen to play. And Control has dropped down to like $30, but then, so wait,
25.
you're saying, well, it's gone back up, I think. But so it needs to be on the Windows or the Microsoft Store, Swinny. And then that's kind of like one of the
That's his conspiracy theory pattern he's noticed.
No, it's not conspiracy. It is a pattern. It's not conspiracy theory. People have noticed that when they announce a separate achievement list, like there's two situations, right? It's already on the one. Situation one is it's already on the Windows 10 store and it gets patched to have an achievement list. That's the most likely situation when they're going to announce it. And the other is when it gets a Windows 10 store release in general. This long after a game has come out.
Look, you may be onto something.
This game is already out on Steam and everything, it's been since release. So the fact that it's getting put on Windows Store means that it's very likely it's probably going to be, lining up for Game Pass at some point.
Interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. All right. In movie and TV news, we used to have what do we used to call this? I can't even remember, because we were doing this a lot at the start. But HBO has greenlit the TV series adaptation of the PlayStation mega hit exclusive, The Last of Us.
Sick.
So we don't know much at the moment about it, but as always, Naughty Dog and Neil Druckmann, the game's writer and pretty much the game, what do you call it? Like, not producer, but the head of the game or whatever. What do you call that? Save me here, Swinny.
Lead. I don't know.
Lead, overlord,
project
creator,
lead.
executive
it's kind of
director,
like executive producer,
Inquisitor.
right?
Just about everything. Inquisitor.
Well, you want to say show lead. That's what they say in TV. Like
showrunner.
Like,
Showrunner.
Yeah, showrunner and show lead.
Game runner. We're going to coin the term game runner.
Yeah, game runner. I'm going to start saying that all the time. So are we excited to see this?
Yeah, I am. I think it'd be perfect for a TV series.
No spoilers in this segment, by the way. So I'm not sure if you're going to...
No, I'm not going to say anything. All I'm saying is I think it'd be really good. I mean, I'd assume it's going to be Walking Dead-ish, but I think the characters would be perfect for a TV series.
Man, I just love if they're going to adapt the ending of the first game where you find out that you were the zombies all along.
I know. What a twist.
You're an idiot. I don't know. I'm kind of a bit over these games turning into TV shows and movies and things like that. Even though I do watch them every now and then.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind another sort of gory, realistic-y kind of post-apocalyptic
zombie. Yeah, why? Not enough of those.
Well, no, there are plenty. Well, are there really? Like, what's the last one? Because obviously there was The Walking Dead, but what else is there that's a TV series with zombies at the moment? I can't think of one.
No,
anyway, I think it'll be all right. Well,
I don't know, the three different versions of The Walking Dead, But
Look, I'm going to reserve my judgment
The
until it
Walking
actually
Dead
comes
movie?
out. But I'm hoping.
I think the key difference with this is that HBO are involved, and we know the quality that HBO can put out. So I
Yes.
think
That's
that's
a good
key
point.
difference. Yeah.
That's a good
I
point.
mean, they made
because-
Curb, so we definitely know the quality.
well, I think that's
Of
more
what they
like
put out.
Larry David making Curb. They just sort of receive it and put it on TV. I don't
And
think
just
they do that
accept it.
much.
I actually watched the episode the other day when he's making fun of HBO. Anyway, this isn't a show about
No,
TV
it's not.
series, but it's brilliant.
But yeah, look, you're right. It is a pretty big deal, and HBO, they don't really have any bangers like they have had in the last 15 years. You know, with obviously Game of Thrones was probably their biggest one that they've had in the last 15 years. So they do need something that's pretty meaty and chunky. So I mean, it could be this. It could be this.
As long as they keep putting out John Oliver's show, that's all.
Man, I'm so sick of that show. But I'm like, hopefully in the new era, new presidency, it might be interesting to watch those kind of comedy shows again. Hard segue.
Well,
Mario 3. So we
soft
actually saw
segue. I'm sick of people scalping and all of this stuff. I mean, it's not technically scalping, but it's just annoying.
Wait, what are you saying? What?
I'm saying all these auctions, all these people making bidding wars and all these games and
Wait.
consoles
This
and
has nothing to do with scalping.
Yeah, can I just explain
there
the
is no
concept of
segue.
scalping?
There's no segue.
So scalping, the idea of scalping is buying something that has limited availability and then selling it for more, right?
Yeah,
Mario
well,
3
whoever
is not
bought
in a
this-
limited availability. It's not available.
Well,
What do you mean?
well, I don't know. Maybe they bought it knowing that in 20, 30 years time it will be in limited availability, and then they'll sell it, which is
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
So
You say
what
that,
happened
you
was-
say that as a
Thinking
guy that
scalping.
regularly buys and resells stuff without opening it all the
Oh,
time.
don't
No,
don't
hang
be like,
on.
he'll get
That is
killed
not
if
true.
he.
How
It's not
dare
true.
you,
He's
sir?
never done that.
How
He's
dare
never done
you?
that.
I've
He's
never
never
actually
done
done that. I have bought stuff and not opened it, but that's just because I'm an idiot and I forget
And then
to
sold
play
it at
the
a
game.
profit by accident.
No, I've never sold. I've never had that. I can't think of a single thing where I've done that.
I'm counting
Okay.
trading in as selling, by the way.
But that's
still-
different because I bought it and sold it almost immediately
to the same
to
store.
another store. No, it was a different store. It was a store across the
No,
road. Okay,
Same brand
It's
though.
different. No, it was actually quite a different brand
Okay,
as well.
all right,
Okay,
Mario
but
3.
anyway,
Mario 3.
Getting back
Mario
to this, so
Back
Mario
to Mario
3,
3.
our definition of console platforming perfection, the sealed copy of it was sold for 150,000 US.
That's crazy.
This was at Heritage Auctions. They've been doing these auctions almost like on a monthly basis, and the pricing of all the items are just getting more and more and more. This copy was actually, like, the backstory was the guy who sold it, he bought the game when it came out, and then he just never got around to playing it. That's what he said. He goes, I got it, and then I just kind of forgot about it, left it in the cupboard. So what a incredible decision that this guy's made. So it's in pristine condition, pretty much. I think it was a 9.2. And yeah,
How
so
do we
it sold
know
for
it's
150.
How do you, with stuff like this, and conscious of what we discussed the other week, how do people know what's actually inside, that it's not just a fake resealed copy or
Well, they have
a copy
certification.
that was
It's like comic books. They have certification. So there's a group that you can go to, and they check it out and do all that kind of stuff. So
But I wonder how they know. Like, do they have another copy
So,
they can compare it to? How do you
without getting
definitely
way into the
100%
weeds,
know?
but because they see these things all the time, even the type of plastic is very particular, and it's actually hard to get the way that
Right.
plastic has been sealed and everything like that. So people do try to counterfeit these things.
I'd assume so. Yeah.
And that's one way that they've been able to detect it. So
Okay.
I don't know all
Interesting.
the ways they do it, but it's big money, so they'd be doing
This
it well.
specific version apparently also had it was like a rare variant of the box. Apparently,
Well, and I kind of question the whole rare variant thing because you're right. Like, it's the first printing, and they had the Bros on the left side, not the right side. But supposedly,
Bros
that's maybe
Mario Brothers?
like Super Mario Bros. But it's on the left and not the right hand side. But supposedly, that was like 10% of the copies were like that,
yeah, I
or
mean,
even higher.
Well, that's
So
still-
I wouldn't say that's rare, but
It's not rare. It's rarer. Well, actually, at what percentage does something become rare?
yeah, I don't think anything that's 10%.
10 or
is rare.
less? I don't know.
I think it needs to be like hundreds of items max.
I just love that we covered the story in the very first episode of the show. So this is episode 20. So back in episode 1, where the previous world record of Super Mario Brothers was 114k. I love the fact that we've gone 20
Full circle.
episodes and now a new record, and it kind of killed it. It beat it by like 35, 36,000. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and that one's kind of crazy, dude, because that, like, the Super Mario Bros that they were selling, like, and they were sealed as well, they actually were rare because that was like a printing that they did as a test market thing for just New York and that tri-state region. So, like, people don't know how many there are, but they're not many, and there's certainly hardly any that are sealed. So I kind of almost get that because that's such a, you know, I don't know. I still feel like Super Mario Brothers is more of an important game than Super Mario Brothers 3. And the fact that it's like a test market, it's the revival of the video game industry in America. Like, I feel like if one of those went for sale again, it would go for a lot more. But yeah, it's a funny space. Yeah, you do wonder, like, in 10 years' time, are these things selling for $1 million? And like all these people that look silly
Possibly
now, like, who knows, maybe.
Well, I mean, there's people who, I'm not going to say $1 million is chump change, but you'll find people where 150k, yeah, no problem, I'll get 150k lying around to buy a video game.
Yeah, and a lot of these people, I think, aren't necessarily video game people. I think they're already in the collecting scene, like baseball cards, coins, and all that stuff. So I think they just view it as like another pop culture thing to sell and buy. So
speaking of baseball cards, I do want to make a very quick apology to anyone listening to the podcast from last week when I was opening up a packet of baseball cards and made all that noise, which I think came through the recording because the mute button didn't work. So
wait, why were you opening? What were they actually baseball cards?
Yeah, like wait, okay. So this is so behind the scenes. All right, wait, let me explain it. This is so behind the scenes.
Thaddeus Young. I've got Chris Levert.
No, wait. I want to explain, Michael. Like, so this is so behind the scenes though. So you had to go off for a break, Swinny, and then we were talking about rarity in baseball cards and amiibos and things like that. And I was talking about Jordan cards being rare, and there's a specific order. And Mike had a pack of that series in '86.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it was that series. I thought it might have been along those series. So I'm like,
so when opened it.
But why do you have
baseball cards? I don't know, because I
live in Australia.
I don't know.
I have baseball cards.
It's the same reason I sometimes wear women's underwear. I don't know.
I just having baseball cards in Australia where baseball isn't a thing here. Like what?
Baseball? No, so basketball. You said baseball. You meant to say basketball.
No, sorry. These are basketball cards.
Oh, that's a difference.
Basketball cards. Baseball cards.
We both didn't pick up on that because we knew we were talking about Jordan.
I've been into baseball as well. Not as much of
man.
All right, back to Mario and staying with Mario news. Super Mario Maker #1 is shutting down, which is kind of sad. So, as a part of D-Day for Nintendo, 31st of March, where they turn off everything Mario related, so you can no longer buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and they're going to delete the Mario 35 game that's currently available on the Switch. Another thing's being added to that list, which is you no longer can upload courses on Super Mario Maker. And they're also taking down the website for Super Mario Maker. So
taking down the website too, wow.
So it was released on the Wii U back in 2015. You can still buy it, interestingly enough, and then it will go off sale on the 21st of Jan 2021. They were at pains to say this is nothing to do with Super Mario Maker 2 or actually Super Mario Maker 3DS, but they have had to have subsequent tweets just to remind people that this is not going to impact Super Mario Maker 2. What do you think of this, Swinny? Because you had it on the Wii U, right?
No, I did not own it on the Wii U.
Oh, I've got a copy of it on the Wii U. I thought you had it for some reason.
No,
our friend, I think, had it, Chris.
So, you want to say something, Mike? Go on, say it.
No, I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted to interrupt you.
So, I didn't... Yeah, no, I had never had this on the Wii U, which is why I was so excited getting it on the Switch for the first time, because it was all new to me. Other than what I'd watched people on YouTube playing and stuff, I'd never used any Mario Maker tools, and I know the Switch version is quite different in that way, but it also meant that it was way easier for me to adapt to the control schemes that I had on the Switch because I never got used to using it on the gamepad, the Wii U gamepad. But yeah, look, this was inevitable at some point.
Yeah, for sure, because they're actually having to host things.
Yeah, but it's interesting that you're still able to download stuff. So I wonder at what point that will also get sunsetted.
And I assume you can still play your own courses and stuff, right?
Well, I mean, you can build and play stuff locally
yeah.
anyway, but it's
You can
the fact that
download. You can download
Yeah.
and play those ones locally, I believe. Like post it anyway.
Yeah, so, but the fact that, you know, you're still able to download, so they're still hosting all the existing levels there, and I'm looking through all their stuff, just confirming that they're not shutting down the ability to download courses. So, but at some point, they're hosting all that stuff, so I don't know.
Well, I guess you got to think they must pay for hosting. You know, it's not a free thing.
Course.
So at some point they probably go, okay, we're just losing money on this thing. It's bleeding us.
They're just uploading
What's
the
the point of
Dropbox
keeping
to
it?
free versions.
yeah, exactly. It's just Google Drive, a series of Google Drive links.
You know what? Can I just quickly ask a question about that one?
Sure.
What would
as
be
someone
cool...
who's never played any of the Mario Maker games, go on.
I have played the Mario Maker games. Remember, I made that game, that level, the one and only, where all you had to do was hold the forward button.
Go on.
So I think this raises an interesting point about a bunch of games that require servers to really play.
Yeah.
That go out of commission. And it would be interesting, I don't know if this exists already, if there was a way to, I guess, keep those projects going. So a third party, kind of like a Wikimedia kind of company that kept those things alive by hosting the servers, and, you know, people could donate to keep the servers alive. But of course you'd need Nintendo / all the other companies to somehow send traffic to the correct place, I suppose.
Yeah,
but it'd be really cool if there was a way to do that.
As we know,
they never will.
I'm not sure if they're the biggest fans of people modding
I don't
their
think they
games
would.
to make them work.
But it would be a cool concept, right? To retain some of that stuff if it's too costly for the actual company to do it.
There's already companies that do that they've sort of sunsetted the game from their perspective, and then they've released the server code or done lots of things like that. So it's becoming not as uncommon, but there's zero chance that Nintendo are going to do that. But I think the problem that you're going to find is people, you know, because you've got Mario Maker 2 and it's not like extremely different, that, you know, the whole community would just move to Mario Maker 2, as they pretty much already have, to be honest.
Just look at World of Warcraft, you know, until they brought back the classic version by Blizzard themselves. You know, that was a big thing about, you know, essentially keeping the classic version up. And also games like the original Star Wars Battlefront games, like people have you know, kind of like kept a lot of that stuff alive as well. But yeah, as you said, like the fact Nintendo are involved in this, and there's little to zero chance of there ever being a thing.
But definitely skewing on the zero side.
Zero chance of having something. Let's talk about getting your hands on the next gen consoles.
No, I wasn't going to move on just yet.
Oh, come on. That was a perfect segue.
I control the segues here. I got the buttons.
Fine, segue lord.
The one thing that I was...
He who controls the segues.
Exactly. He who controls the video controls the segues. The thing for me, because, you know, it's been about a year and a half since Mario Maker 2 came out, and I was actually extremely excited about that game coming out. I actually want you to get Mario Maker, the Wii U, Swinny, because there's one thing that I've realized in retrospect. There's something about the Wii U version that's just got this charm to it that it's just a little bit lacking in the Switch version, and I can't really pin it down as to why. It's just because it does feel like it's almost the exact same game. It's almost like a 1.5 version, but yeah, there's just something about it, man, that like the Wii U version has a special charm to it. And it's going to be sad that they've actually going to just completely take it off.
But that's totally offset by on-off blocks. That's all I need to say.
No, and like legitimately, like Mario Maker 2 is better. It's just, there's a certain charm factor with the first one that they didn't quite recapture with the second one. And the second one has not sold that well at all. So I don't think we'll see a new entry in the series for a long time, potentially. Although it's Nintendo, so you never know what they're going to do. So that's a beautiful segue into next-gen consoles. So, Mike, you'll have to help me out here as well. But I thought, because we do get a lot of questions in the YouTube comments and a few other places just around next-gen and how to get on there. So, at least from my perspective, I think, and, you know, I'm actually very close to getting a PS5. I think if I saw it in store, I probably would just actually buy it. So, look, I think this is probably the best way to get the next gen consoles if you're really keen and desperate to get them. And I'm
Sell
just
your
going to
kidney.
talk about Australia, US, and UK, and not like buying on the secondary market. You can always do that and pay double. But what I would do, and this is the way I'd approach it, is if you don't have Twitter, get Twitter, turn on the notifications, and then follow. So if you're in Australia, I would follow Press Start Australia. They've been really good at, pretty much, launching and sort of saying, hey, it's available on Amazon right now. Go get it, right? And I've seen a lot of people being successful, and it's going to be extremely short windows. Like I'm talking about minutes that these things will be available. In the US,
Why would
I'd
you
say
even get a
Wario.
notification within minutes, though?
No, you would. No. And that's why I'm suggesting Twitter, because Twitter, just the way the platform's been built up, it pretty much is almost like super live in terms of its notifications. So if you turn all of that stuff on, you will get notified, and then you'll be able to jump on it.
Hang on a minute. Let me just get this straight. Are you encouraging people to not only get a Twitter account, but also turn their notifications on Twitter on?
Yes, if they're interested in getting a
just
next-gen console.
Just checking the lengths you're getting someone to go through to get a next gen console.
Well,
I would rather sell my kidney. I would rather hang out at the local street corner and be prostituted out than turn on notifications on Twitter. Is all I can say.
Says the guy that lives on Reddit.
I know,
but I don't have notifications on, and it's different. It's different. The community's different.
Oh, yeah, I think it's all the
totally
same
different thing. Different
thing. In the US, I'd do Warrior 64, and then the UK, it'd be Digital Foundry deals. They're the ones that I've noticed. They almost like always.
Are they
have
related
it
to
first.
Digital Foundry? Is in the
YouTube
YouTube channel? Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. They've got a
Love those
little.
guys.
Total coincidence.
Well, it might be a total coincidence. I don't know.
You haven't been talking a lot of nonsense, Mike. So it's like I gotta ask the question. But
no, this was a legit question. I wasn't sure. I only know them for their YouTube stuff. So
yeah. So they have a website and everything like that. They're a part of Eurogamer. So I find all of those three probably to be the best. And as always, like, be logged in. Make sure that you're logged into your Amazon and all that kind of stuff. So when you just click the links, like it kind of skips a few steps. And I mean,
save
like
your credit card details in there.
Well, I don't do that, but yeah, you can do that. But I do,
it actually doesn't work. I tried that with EB Games for the Xbox One X. I had everything prepared. I had it on the page. I had my credit card details saved, my address, everything. Still no bueno.
I didn't get it. Okay.
No, just
yeah.
Which
So
is
I mean,
fine.
like, I think that's the best way to go about it. It's going to be tricky. I do think that they're going to start bringing in a lot of stock pre-Christmas. They are pushing as hard as they can. I think they've seen the pre-orders just go nuts, and they've really tried to ramp up production as much as they can on their end, especially with PS5. Look, I think there is actually a chance to get it before Christmas if you're really sort of on top of it and sort of, maybe follow what I'm suggesting to do. All right, let's get into the bargain bin, my favorite segment, and it's been actually a huge week. It's been a big week in the
massive
bargain bin.
week. Oh god,
I'll give you that big week.
So it has been Black Friday in the States, and I mean it's Black Friday in Australia now as well. Like they literally will say Black Friday.
It's Black Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
It is funny how we've just adopted this Black Friday thing, and it's like they'll just say Black Friday. It's like, okay,
everywhere you go, it's just Black Friday. What does it even mean? It's not even Friday, and the whole thing.
No, but I mean the bigger ones try to be on the Friday, and it's obviously after Thanksgiving in the USA. So that's kind of.
But they look. I'm not having a go because any sale's a good sale. But there was a study, I think, that was done recently that a lot of products, overwhelmingly, I think most of the products that are on sale on Black Friday were actually cheaper throughout the year. So it's a marketing ploy.
And that's why, Mike, people listen to our updates around bargains.
That's right.
Starting with our favorite, Epic Game Store, or my favorite, Mudrunner this week is free. That's
because you get games for free.
Yes. Mudrunner is free this week. And then breaking with my new set tradition, going back to the old tradition, because I am excited about this, Cave Story Plus is free next week, which is insane. Nice. Like, that is an incredible game. So that's
I've got that on Switch.
Exciting.
Looking forward to it.
And Control Ultimate had been on sale many times during the week. It's still on sale on Epic Game Store for $30.
But it might come on Game Pass. Yes.
See, I'm relying on you now, Mike.
No, don't rely on me. I made that up.
I am.
I was talking shit. Do not rely on me.
I'm not getting it now. So if it goes back up and it doesn't go in Game Pass in the next 3 months, I'm going to be pissed.
It's the perfect candidate. But can we rely on Swinny to tell us insider information if he sees achievements change or whatever that witchcraft is you do?
It's already on. I checked it. It's on the store. It's on the store. So that's a good sign, right? On the Nintendo Switch, there's been plenty of sales. Get on them quite quickly because they'll be almost over by the time this app goes live. The ones that we just wanted to quickly highlight: Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is on sale. Tales of Vesperia, one of Swinny's favorite games. Katamari Damacy Reroll, and Super Bomberman R is really cheap at the moment. It's like $11 or something. I don't like the way it handles, but yeah, we won't go into too detailed. I did mention last week that Coles has some insane discounts on gift cards. Yes. I believe most stores are already sold out on the ones that could convert to JB Hi-Fi.
I've seen some. My local ones still have some.
Not very common though across Australia, from what I hear. But you can pretty much still go into Coles and get Nintendo eStore discounted cards. So I'll definitely get on that if you buy digitally at all. PlayStation.
Absolutely. Sorry, just a quick one on the Coles ones. If you did manage to get your hands on one for the JB, they've got Borderlands Legendary Collection, which comes down to $33.15, and Avicii and Vector for $28.90, which I think are great prices for those.
On Switch.
On Switch, since we're still talking about Switch, yeah.
Much cheaper other places, I'm guessing. PlayStation. So the December PlayStation Plus titles have been revealed. They're coming out and available, claimable on Tuesday the 1st of December all the way to Monday the 4th of January. It's Worms Rumble, which is PS5, just to be clear. Worms Rumble. Just Cause 4 Rocket Arena, which is obviously really struggling. And then we also just wanted to shout out that Last of Us Part 2 is available on Amazon Australia for $35 and, equivalent price in the States, which is an insane price for a game that, for me, is almost certain to be Game of the Year if Animal Crossing doesn't have some shock victory. Yep. Swinny, do you want to cover the Xbox ones?
Yeah, so they announced December's Games of Gold. Actually, not a bad lineup this month for once. So 2 Xbox One games, the Raven Remastered and Bleed 2. So Raven Remastered is available from 1st of December till 31st of December. Bleed 2 is available from 16th of December till 15th of Jan. Then there's 2 360 games, which means maybe they've run out of Xbox original games to put on there. The first is Saints Row Get Out of Hell, available from 1st till 15th of December, and Stacking, which is a great Double Fine adventure game, available from 16th of December till 31st of December, and as always, they're both backwards compatible for Xbox One and forwards. And 3 new additions to Game Pass that I could find. There's probably, I reckon, going to be a big dump next week. A huge one that we've all been waiting for, Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition, available on the 4th of December.
You say that as a joke almost, but I'm keen to play that on... I've already got it on the Switch though, that's the problem.
Why do I say that's a joke?
Right?
Why would I say that as a joke?
He's dead serious.
I reckon that, I knew you were keen to play it, and I'm keen to play it. I couldn't speak for Mike on that, but I think that he'd probably give it a shot.
Look, if you guys are keen to play it, I'm keen to play it.
And another 2 more games, Call of the Sea, available on 8th of December, and Unto the End, available on 9th of December in Game Pass.
Nice.
Big list this week. I spent quite a bit of cash on games this week.
Yeah, I got a lot of gift cards, but I didn't... Control was the only one that I guess I did get Half-Life Alyx, and that was on sale. So, yeah.
How much was it, Alex? Because I bought it on the last
really
sale.
Expensive, man.
It's still 60 something, right?
Yeah,
even on sale.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, is it crazy though? I mean, for a game like that, I think it's very reasonable to pay $60.
It's definitely the most expensive game I've bought in I didn't even know how long. So I usually always try to get things on sale and have tricks
on super
to get
sale. Yeah.
No, but I'll even have tricks where it's okay, I use this EB card that's discounted and all that kind of stuff. But
see, I'm the same, but then the problem is that creates... It's the typical I bought it because it was cheap. And then you end up with this massive backlog of cheap, in inverted commas, games that you never end up playing. So you end up wasting more money anyway. If you bought Alex when it came out, full price, actually played it and dedicated time to it because you didn't have a massive list of other games to play, it'd still be cheaper in the long run compared to spending $1 zillion on 1,000 games that you never play.
All right. Well, since
Or
you're
maybe
talking
I'm
about
just
cheap,
projecting here.
since you're talking about cheap games, let's jump into your segment on Need
Yes,
for
since I'm
Speed
talking about
Hot Pursuit
cheap games,
Remastered.
right? So I actually bought it for $39. I should have held off on the
what
Switch.
platform?
On
Yeah.
Switch, I should clarify that. I thought obviously it's going to be a better game and run better, etc. on the other platforms, but I thought, hey, it'd be a perfect game on the Switch to pick up, play, put down. Just in between stuff, maybe in between meetings at work, maybe during meetings at work, whichever. And
Wait. Are you
Model
playing games
employee,
while
Mike.
you're working?
I'm neither confirming nor denying that statement.
This is why they want you to go back into work physically.
Probably.
And hey, I've learnt a lot of habits from working from home, and then you bring your Switch out during a meeting.
Bring a Switch out, exactly. What was that, guys? What were you saying? Sorry,
That's like an alpha power move.
Stakeholder engagement. What?
To tell the person what you're saying isn't worthwhile. I'm going to pull my Switch out in front of you.
Yeah, so just pause a second. Do it.
This is what I think will be a yearly earnings statement. So yes, I got it on the Switch. You can actually pick up a copy. I think it's $34, maybe $35 at JB at the moment for the Switch. Plus, if you have the discount cards, even cheaper. And it's a remaster of the original game that I think came out in 2010. There was by Criterion, and a whole bunch of DICE, I think, was involved because they started using that.
It's a remaster of a remake.
It's a remaster of effectively a remake, yeah. Because if I'm not mistaken, there was the Hot Pursuit, which was the old Hot Pursuit that I played on PlayStation 1 yonks ago. It is a different game, though. The remaster is different than the original, and then obviously, the remake is different than the original. The remaster is a remaster of the one that came out in 2010. So it was very familiar, obviously as a game, because they haven't really. I mean, they changed. I looked at some of the comparisons and stuff, and it is a little bit different in terms of the objects that they added and some of the graphics and stuff. Because I'm not playing it at 4K or anything amazing like that. I can't, compare the graphics in that sense. But it runs really well on the Switch. It's a perfect pick and go game. It runs extremely well. I think what I really like about it is the fact that I'm into car games, but I feel like some of the car games just add all these extra bits and pieces that are just not necessary. Whereas with this is you basically you get the car. There's no real mods you can do to it. There's nothing fancy. You pick the color if you want, and off you go. You get into the race, and it's the same awesome gameplay that the original had, obviously, because it retained all of that. Criterion, if I'm not mistaken, and you know this better than I would, Swinny, because you could with the stuff, were the same dudes that did Burnout Paradise.
Correct. Well, generally all the Burnouts.
And they were awesome games.
Exception of some of the, I guess, like the side ones they did and things like that. But yeah, Criterion are known for the Burnout series.
Cool, which are brilliant games. And to those who haven't played this particular game, there's effectively two game modes, if you could call it that. You can play as a racer, and you can also play as a cop. And there's different missions on the map between the two. So the racer, obviously, you either have to get to the finish line as quickly as possible, or you race against other people. And then when you play as the cop, you need to take down the racers, and you get different gadgets and stuff to use, like EMPs and spike strips and whatnot. But it's a really solid pick and go arcadey racing game that it's still fun to play 10 years later. So highly recommend it, especially given the price. I did play it on the Switch, so I don't know what it's like on the other platforms. I assume just as good, if not better. But if you want a Switch game specifically, that's really fun to play. Highly recommend this one.
So you say that it runs really well on the Switch. Do you reckon, and you
30.
probably don't know the answer to this, but your thoughts, do you reckon that's based on how well the original game was made by Criterion and just how it was built, or do you think that's just actually really down to the work that was Stellar Entertainment? They the ones that ported it, this new remaster.
Yeah, Stellar did. Yeah.
Do you reckon they just did a lot of work to it to get it to run well?
Well, I remember the original running well as well. So, obviously they did a great job with the port. It runs at 30. It's nice, solid 30. It feels smooth. It feels like if I picked it up and played it on a 360 back in the day or something. I'd love to see what it's like on different platforms, just to see it at 4K running at 60 FPS, that kind of stuff. But for a Switch game, it's great. Works really, really well.
Have you been playing docked or in handheld?
I mostly played handheld. Okay. So given that it maintained the performance in handheld, because usually, if I'm not mistaken, I find with games, they do run a bit better. Not all of them. Some are equal, but some do run a bit better when it's docked. But this ran perfectly fine even in handheld. And it looks great. There maybe the only tiny gripe, and it you can't really do much about it per se, is with the small screen, and this is on a standard Switch, and I'm actually keen to try it on the Lite as well, which I have. It might get a little hard to see some of the cars as you go around a corner and stuff, because I mean, you're talking about pixels worth of pixels worth of an incoming car at a distance, because you've got such a tiny screen, relatively speaking. So I think maybe that might get a little hectic as you progress through to later stages in the game, where you get faster cars and a lot more things are happening on the screen. But for now, it hasn't been a massive issue. And I actually still, like, sometimes I pick these games up. So I also picked up Borderlands, as I said before. And I'm actually still amazed at the fact that you can play these games in handheld mode on the Switch. It's nuts. Like, I did not think, 10 years ago or something, when I was playing some of these games, that one day I'd be able to sit in bed and play it on a tiny little screen and have effectively not the same experience. I think it's a little inferior, but it's still an amazing experience. It just blows me away.
I don't know how it ran, but there were, or at least one Borderlands game on the PlayStation Vita. So
that was horrible. Yeah, I looked into that. That was I would say an absolute flop. I never played it myself, but the Switch one is fantastic. It runs really well.
So considering we're probably not going to talk about Need for Speed for a long while on this podcast again.
I didn't think we'd ever talk about Need for Speed.
I played most of the titles, so if something else comes up, I'll play it.
So, Mike, there's looking at Wikipedia. So they don't count this game as a standalone because it's a remastered. Out of the 24 Need for Speed games, what has been your favorite?
I would probably actually have to say they're almost in chronological order. Number one was still my favorite. So the very first Need for Speed, I remember,
like the 1994 one.
Yeah, getting a copy
I played
of
that
it,
one. So I played the one that you need
PC.
to play, and then none others. Great.
I still have some of the fondest memories of that game, and I think what I really liked about it is, at least back in the day, was just the track variation. What I don't in a way like about something like, for example, Hot Pursuit, is the map. Something about the map just the tracks just feel a bit more gamey. It's hard to describe. Whereas with the original Need for Speed, it felt like there were cool individual tracks, and that was the same as the second one. I love the second one as well. I played that to death. And then maybe my all-time favorite. No, well, number one's my all-time favorite, but the third one on that list would probably have to be Underground 2. With the ability to put neon lights under your car.
You got me worried there, Swinny. I thought Mike was going to go through every single.
No. Just those three. They were probably I actually played most of them. I played the Porsche one.
You said you played all of them.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, maybe I have played all of them. I haven't finished or completed, so to speak, all of them. But I think I certainly had a go at all of them.
My favorite thing about the first Need for Speed game, which is also my favorite as well, out of the 6 or so I've played, is that when you turn around and you go backwards, the camera doesn't change, so you're essentially driving into the screen, so you can't see where you're going. And me and my friend set it up in split screen so that we would get, I think you unlocked, I think it was called the Warrior car or something. It was like this fastest car in the game.
That, yeah.
And then we set it up on the level that's as straight as possible to go max speed or as fast as we could to ram them into each other, which is so hard because one of the people have to go backwards with not being able to see where you're going. And when we finally got the two cars to hit, it crashed the game.
No way. That's
and awesome. We're like, we got to try that again. Crash it again. I'm like, okay, clearly it just doesn't know what to do in that situation.
So cool.
It is a cool series.
It's an area they didn't think of.
Cool series with some mediocre games, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like after a while, it was hit and miss. Some of the games were great, some weren't. the direction that they went to was a bit interesting after a while. But overall, great games. Love them.
And moving on from mediocre games to amazing games. So, Game of Some Other Year 2011. So, it's starting to heat up. So, just to get people up to speed again with what the heck we're doing here. So, Game of Some Other Year, the whole point of it is for us to go back in time to pick a year. And we've done that in an earlier podcast. I think on like episode 4 or 5 or something like that, where we pick the year. And then the idea there is, from there, we reassess and assess what we believe the game of that year is in the context of 2020 or 2021 in this case, probably by the time we get through 2011. So that's the year that we picked. In terms of today, what I wanted to do is come up with a shortlist of 20 games. So the idea being this is the shortlist, and then we'll whittle it down to around 6 games matching Game Awards. So we'll have 6 nominees for us for Game of Some Other Year for 2011, and then we'll have a series over the probably Christmas break and then early in the new year on determining what Big Week in Gaming's Game of Some Other Year 2011 is. Sound good?
Sounds awesome. And what a year it was.
Well, this is a really hard year, and I keep going through the list, and I know that Swinny doesn't think so, but I really struggled to get down to like 20 from my perspective. And then this is a joint effort, so just making an executive decision on the run. I think we should all have, do you say 2 or 3? Maybe 2 games that you can force on the shortlist. Is that fair?
Oh man, what that you're allowed to force no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I think
Are you okay with that, Swinny?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, 2, not 3.
2 sounds good.
Well, you can't each force 3.
Let's do 2. Let's do 2.
Let's do 2. Yeah,
2 each. All right. So do we want to just like smash out the ones that are just like so obvious? It's like,
well, if we
no
go in
debate, like
alphabetical,
Skyrim.
No, well, I think we just go alphabetically. Don't we?
Yeah.
Because then we can just get through them.
Let's go yay, nay.
We know there's going to be some that are just a shoo-in, so they'll be quick to answer, you know.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Yep.
So we start off with Alice Madness Returns.
Great, but I don't know if it's a contender.
Oh, you're going through the mega list. Oh my god, this is gonna take hours.
That's the notable games, because the full list.
Yeah, the mega list.
Yeah, but we're just going to say yes or no to a lot of these.
All right, I'll say no. No,
I'm
not for
gonna
20.
go no.
Nah, next. Okay, Batman Arkham City.
Yes.
Yeah, that's obvious.
All right, I'm going to shortlist that even though I haven't played it yet. Cool. So, all right, next, Assassin's Creed Revelations. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no.
Ah.
All right, move on.
Okay, well, that's a no then.
Because we have to be picky.
Yep.
Yeah, because I did this exercise just for myself, and it was like tricky.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's keep moving.
Right,
I think if there's 2 no's, it's out. Unless you veto it.
Unless
right?
it's a very...
No, unless you veto it.
Unless you get one of your 2 votes.
Yeah.
Okay, next is Bastion. I'm going to say no.
No, what's out there?
No. You say no, Mike, and put yes on
No, I said no. Well, no, I changed my mind. Jesus Christ. Can't a man change his mind?
I noticed that your shortlist is here as well.
Am I not allowed? I know, because I took the effort to actually put a shortlist. But
no, I do. Go to my secret int only tab.
You have a
it's not
secret
my
list.
shortlist.
Why do you have a secret list?
Because I want it to be a surprise.
What are you, a Japanese development company?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, next is Battlefield 3.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
okay.
Wait.
No, it's not going on to my...
Mike has the power.
All right, I'm going to say... I'm going to say yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Battlefield 3 was great, so...
I think it was great. We played it to death. It was quite influential. So,
all right, next. Bionic Commander Rearm 2.
No.
I'm going to say no, even though it's meant to be a good game. I just haven't played it.
I have, and it's...
All right, Brink? No.
No.
All right, Bulletstorm? No. I know a lot of people love that game, though. All right, he's probably one of the big hitters. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Great game, but no.
Yeah, great game. No. Not for us.
It's for anyone out there that loves Call of Duty, where, with the exception of Mike, I know that you do get into them sometimes. We're not Call of Duty players.
No, I played this one a lot. Remember, Mike and I, we were
used
playing
to play
this
quite a bit. Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
We used to play it every night.
Times. Yeah.
Or regular Modern Warfare. You used to play regular Modern Warfare all the time.
No, this one.
I played 3. It was 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3.
No, it was this one.
Okay, all right. I remember
He's like doubting whether we played it or not.
I'm doubting it because there's so many of them now.
No,
It's like
we
Need for
did.
Speed. I don't know which one I played
no,
anymore.
because
Modern Warfare
remember
2,
you
Modern Warfare
guys.
3.
Well, I remember you guys playing just Call of Duty 4 all the time, Modern Warfare. So I just
Yeah, we played that
was questioning
more. But
Okay.
again, I just don't
You're
think that
making me
this is
question my
worthy.
reality now. Look, whatever. It's still a no, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a no.
okay,
putting
cool.
it
All
on.
right, Call of
Don't,
Juarez.
don't doubt our Call of Duty.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a PS5 and goddamn Call of Duty, and so then I can say that I'm a Call of Duty fan. Anyway, go on.
Well, I can. What were you playing it on, by the way?
Xbox 360.
Well,
All right, I'll
yeah.
check your achievement list then.
No,
And if I'm wrong, I'll mess up to it.
I'm on a fresh account now. That's why
Yeah, but
I
I can-
still haven't been invited
I
to
can
the
check.
bloody
I can check your old account.
xCloud thing.
I'll check your old
Yeah, go
account.
ahead. Do it. I played it
All right.
offline.
Cool. Yeah, against Mike offline. All right. Call of Juarez, the cartel. No, I actually
Nah.
don't mind
No.
that game, but it's pretty.
I
crap.
enjoyed the game, yeah, but no.
Pretty crap. Catherine, a lot of people
I
love
say
this
yes.
game. I'm gonna say no,
No.
because I had just.
That's a no for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
again,
shit.
we've got to be picky, and I
Alright.
haven't played enough of it. All right, Cave Story 3D. I'm going
I
to
say
say
no.
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 We talked about how much
This is the
we
no
love Cave
list.
Story. So Crimson Alliance, no, I
gets
have
better.
beaten it, but
No, I don't know that game.
Crisis 2, no from me.
Yeah, played
Yeah,
it. No.
Okay, all right, this is an obvious. Dark Souls.
No.
Yes.
No,
No.
no.
Big no for me.
Yes, put it on the list.
Yeah, it's on
All
the
right,
list.
we're going to talk plenty about that game. All right, The Blob 2, I like, but not for a game of the year. So no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Dead Island.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Ooh.
Hello, my name is Swinny. Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, damn.
Squeeze it
Woohoo! All right,
Then
That's okay.
Dead Space 2.
no.
Yes.
I'm going to say no just because I haven't played it. That's all.
Okay, do I
Unfortunately.
want to put it
Unfortunately,
short
for, again, anyone
Yeah,
that loves
but
these
you gotta
games,
maybe add it like, you know what I mean? Like if you think it's worthy of consideration,
Well,
maybe
but-
you need to then go play it.
But that's what I... No, but
You
I've
don't
done...
think it's worthy of consideration, right?
I don't think... Dead Space 2, I know, is meant to be a good game, but in this year, I don't think when you're talking about a short
If
list
it was
of
Dead
games
Space
of the year.
1, I'd say yes.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Not
Yeah,
Dead
that would-
Space 2.
So,
Maybe not 2, yeah. 2.
all right.
Yeah.
Death Spank, no. It's a fun game, but no.
No.
You laugh about it. It's a fun game.
No, because I thought you were going to say the next one, and then I heard that one
Yeah.
because it just made me laugh.
All right. Deus Ex Human Revolution. Big
Yes.
fat yes.
Yes.
Oh, that game's so good.
Hey, you're giving away your, you know.
No,
Your
it's like
allegiances.
it's such a shame it fell in this year because it's like
There's a lot of
It's gonna be rough.
competition.
All right,
Yeah,
Divinity
this is a
2,
crazy year.
Divinity 2 Dragon Knight Saga.
No.
I love that game.
I like how Swinny was like,
What's
we're
a
not
no
going to
for
talk
me?
about the
I-
games. We're just going to go yes,
No,
no. And then
no.
You're
And then
speaking
he
the most.
But everyone.
No, I'm not talking about the game. I'm just
Back
deciding
in
whether or not I'm gonna use-
2012 when I got this a year after it came out.
no. I'm just thinking,
Hey,
wondering,
get off my lawn.
wondering if I force this one. That's all. No, I won't force it. Let's move on.
Also, Swinny, we like just depending on the numbers, we can always come back and then do another pass, right?
Yeah.
Because we
Okay,
might not
cool.
get to 20.
All right, Dragon Age 2.
No.
Well,
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't finished it, but I'm probably going to just say yes as well.
Oh, so it's on the list. There
Yeah.
you go. I can't
right.
believe I'm the no one here.
All right,
Yeah,
Driver
go-
San
It's
Francisco.
not negative.
No, meant to be good though.
Great
No.
game. No.
Duke Nukem Forever.
No.
No.
Probably no.
No. Dungeon Siege 3. No from me.
No.
No.
Dynasty Warriors 7. No.
No.
Fear 3.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Fear 3.
Pl-
No, it's not
Blade,
bad. Not
probably
bad.
still no.
No. Now, I got to object to the next one.
Final
Why?
Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions.
What came out? It didn't come out in 2011.
Well, that's just If you're objecting to it, then that's fine. I don't know what. The list I saw it was saying it was
Came out in
PSP
2007.
on PSP.
So we should delete that.
Okay, cool. All right, Forza Motorsport 4.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
That's a
Oh,
yes for
wait,
me
it's
as
on.
well.
No, it's
Wow.
on. There's two yeses.
It's on. It's on though. That's a yes.
Yeah, fine. Gears of War 3.
No, you're
I'm-
not. You're mortally wounded.
No.
Gears of War 3. I'm going to say no,
No.
actually.
No, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Ghost Trick. Oh, I wish I'd played this because I reckon I'd probably say yes.
I say no.
I haven't played it. So
I don't even know it. Sorry, Ghost Trick.
Half Minute Hero, no. Great game though.
No.
No.
All right. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. I'm going to say
So
no.
It'd be a yes, obviously, if it's the Halo year.
No, it's a no for me.
What was that, 2001? Is that right, Swinny? 2001 when Halo came out?
I sounds
Well,
good
that's
to me.
a given, yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
Hardcore
I don't think
Up-
it did enough.
nah.
Didn't do enough, so no. Yeah, it was
Hardcore-
2001. Bang!
Hardcore Uprising. It's okay.
Nah.
No.
Hardcore Uprising, what?
It's a Contra game.
Hard
Sorry,
Corpse.
it's Hard Corpse. Hard
No,
Corpse, like
you don't
bodies.
pronounce,
Corpse
you don't
is in-
pronounce the P. It's silent.
Hard Corpse.
Hard Cops.
Harvest Moon, Tale of Two
Corpse?
Towns. No,
No.
for me. Homefront, definitely a no from me. I didn't like that game.
No.
Hunted Demon's Forge, not bad, but no from me.
No.
Let's just skip that one. The Infamous 2. Mike.
Wait, which one
Well,
did you skip?
no, I think-
Why
I
are we
think
skipping? What if
Infinite-
people want to fight us about it?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, Hyperdimension Neptunia. Do you guys even know what it is?
No idea.
So that's why I skipped it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
maybe-
don't know what that is.
It's a-
Infamous
it's a-
2.
What?
All
Why
right.
is it on this list if it's so obscure though?
Because I was actually planning on playing it. That's why.
I don't think
So-
it came out in 2011, by the way.
Okay, well,
It's
again-
2010, that game.
well, there's also
So it's
like-
off the list.
Yeah, it's off the
It's
list.
ineligible.
It's a game.
ineligible.
It's a game where all the
Boo,
video.
get off the list.
It's a game where all the video game consoles are represented by like cute anime girls, and they battle
Oh.
each other.
Ah, it sounds like right up
Where
your
do
alley then.
I've just bought it on Steam, guys.
It's actually a really popular series. It's not like a super niche.
I
thing.
don't want to know your Steam.
All right.
I wish Steam had like a sound that I could use as a soundbite. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Infamous 2.
Infamous 2 is like
Good.
I haven't played it, but it was received pretty well, and I hear
It
people
was
still
a
talk
good
about
game,
it.
but I probably wouldn't put it.
No, from
Damn,
me.
I wish I'd played this because then I was like, yeah, I could defend
Not
it,
for
but
me.
yeah, I can't. Damn it.
Yeah. All right. Insanely Twisted
It's just
Shadow
like,
Planet. Insanely Twisted
Good
Shadow
game.
Planet. Fun, but I'm going to say no.
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 Islands of Wakfu, another good game, but I'm going to say no.
Yep.
Jurassic
Oh shit!
Park.
Sorry, guys.
Shut the ladium from
Trying to
existence.
delete stuff. off the list.
We're in Google Sheets, so it's like I can delete anything by accident.
Jurassic Park the game, so that's like the adventure game series. I'm going to say no.
No.
Plus, you can't even get it anymore.
Huh.
Killzone 3.
Played it.
Well, again, like this is
No.
one that people regard pretty highly. I don't know you haven't played it, Swinny.
Yeah, so it unfortunately just I have a natural inbuilt bias just from not playing a lot of these PS3 games.
Well, that's the problem, right? I mean, but that's fair enough. You can't vote for something that you haven't played.
Well,
even
you
if it
can
is an
if
Oh,
you-
but
amazing
it's for a
game.
short
can.
list. It's for a short
Yeah.
list.
But
It's the game
okay,
to
for a short
lead.
list.
It's
But how
like-
can you possibly call it game?
I don't
of
know
the
what's going
year?
on,
Stop
sorry.
deleting it. How can you possibly call it game of the year though? If you haven't even touched it. I don't think any of us touched it.
All right.
properly.
All right. So no.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So
All
what
right.
are you saying?
You
Swinny?
can force it in if you want.
I said no.
I'm gonna force it in, boys.
Okay.
Wow, that's a hill to die on. That's a
I mean, it's a
zone.
good game. I
That's a
just didn't
zone
play it
to
enough
die
to call
on.
it that.
No, I'm just getting sick of this Xbox obsession.
Oh, that's fair enough.
put it in.
Okay.
I've
All
put
right.
it in. My favorite game of all time.
Games like Dark Souls and PS3,
Yeah, okay.
along with every other console that
We've
it
got
ever came out
two.
on.
We've got two Kirby games. One on DS, Kirby Mass Attack, and then we've got Kirby's Return to Dreamland on.
Yeah, I say
Wii.
no to both.
That's a no.
I'm going to say
No
no to
both,
both
yeah.
as well.
Okay.
All right, another big hitter, LA Noir. Yes,
This is a big
That's
fat yes.
Yes.
Definite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never finished
Yes.
it, but it's a yes.
All right,
Australian game as well.
exactly. Got to rep the Aussies.
Exactly.
All right,
I'm
Lego
good.
Pirates of the
back.
Caribbean. I actually like this game, but no.
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 Lego Star Wars 3, no.
No.
Nope.
Little Big Planet 2,
Yes.
Liked it, but no.
no.
This is an Xbox podcast right now.
Well, unfortunately, we happen to mostly be playing 360 in that period of time.
I
so,
would
yeah.
say yes and force it
That's
if it was
obviously a
Little Big
big
Planet
bias.
1 or 3,
I'm-
but yeah.
I'm also
Yeah,
saying,
number one, I definitely would have.
I'm also saying no to games I do like. So it's also
So
I'm
am
being,
I. So
I'm
am
being
I.
super picky. So I
Yeah, same.
don't know if I'd even say yes to that game even if I had played it.
Okay,
That's
move on.
personally.
It's out.
All right, Mario
Sorry,
and
PlayStation
Sonic.
fans.
Mario and Sonic,
No.
Olympic game.
No.
Nah. Mario Kart 7.
100% yes.
I'll say yes.
Jeez, I was going to have
Doesn't
to use
matter
it
what
on
I
one of
say.
my vetoes. I was like, damn.
Okay.
I was like, why did I waste it on Killzone 3? Actually, that's going to look really funny in the future.
Okay. All right. Mario's on Wii. Nah.
Yeah, Mario Kart's in it. No, not that game.
Mario
Sorry.
Sports Mix is it?
Okay. So here's an interesting next one. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. No.
I'm gonna go no.
Because
Oh, you put
but
both
no.
versions down, right?
because Ultimate also came out the same year. So we'll get to Ultimate. So I'm going to say no for Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah, well, that's obvious.
But it's funny how that's under U, not under M.
Well, it's Ultimate.
No, because there's two games. One's called Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The other one's
Oh, that's
Ultimate
right.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
It's alphabetical.
It's not that. Ultimate is not a comma word.
All right. My Magic Clash of Heroes, good game, but no.
Same, yeah.
Mine Jack, no.
Nope.
Mine something else?
Mine something else.
Okay,
Yes.
this is an interesting one. Right, Minecraft.
Yeah, so are you talking about the release year?
Yeah, so Minecraft came out, right? I think it should be on the list, but we need to...
No, it has to be on the list.
Wait, let me say, I think it needs to be on the list, but we need to discuss its eligibility about how we go further than that around stuff. So, yeah.
The way I look at it is, and I think because of Wikipedia, and I do edit stuff on Wikipedia and submit crap on Wikipedia. I actually fixed some stuff on Wikipedia doing this exercise. So I look at it as like Wikipedia is probably the most independent source and, like widely available. So they always have release for every game, right? That's a standard thing. I think we should defer to when the earliest, unless it's like some really odd thing, and we'll have to talk about it at the time, but I think we should defer to when they consider the release to be. So if you go to Minecraft, they consider the release of Minecraft to be 18th of November 2011. And that's when the version 1.0 came out.
That counts, right? Yeah, it's part of this.
Oh, no, it definitely counts. It's more when we go to judge it.
Well, I think that's the basis that we should start from.
Yeah.
And then if we don't agree, like we'll debate it, right?
Yeah.
So I think Minecraft definitely, to me, is a 2011 game.
Okay, we're about halfway through, so can I just get a check? Do you know the number on our shortlist so far?
Yeah, 11.
11. Okay, that's tracking.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Good
quickly
amount.
just run through them? Or
Okay. Yeah, let's have a quick...
So we've got Batman Arkham City, Battlefield 3, Dark Souls, Dead Island, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Dragon Age 2, Forza Motorsport 4, Killzone 3, LA Noire, Mario Kart 7, and Minecraft.
That's a
pretty damn good list already.
That's a damn good list already.
I know, that's like an insane list.
Okay.
That's smashes this year.
All right, next, Mortal Kombat 9. Or Mortal Kombat,
That's a
as
no.
it's
No.
known. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Well, unless you want to shove it in there, too bad.
Yeah, you guys haven't used the vetoes.
Well, I'll come back to that. I'll consider that one as a view.
Oh,
might not
you're
need to
being
use
too
them.
strategic. He's being strategic with the vetoes because it doesn't probably going to be 20 games on here, so he's going to force games that we don't want to have on there.
we've done a Smash Brothers stage thing before off
Oh, yeah,
the
that was
podcast,
hectic.
and I strategically used my veto in that to screw you over. So. All right, Miss Explosion Man. No.
If it was
Game,
Mister,
but
but nah, say no.
Akami Den.
No.
I'm going to say no because I haven't played enough of it. No. Outland.
I want to say to Akami Den,
No.
but no again. So, but no to Outland as well. Sorry.
Yeah, no to Outland. Pilot Wings Resort. I haven't played this.
No.
I've played it. It's not too bad actually, but no, it's definitely.
I
not
love
worthy of
Pilot
this list.
Wings. It's just a shame I haven't played it. I'm going to say no.
It's good. You should play it. It's really worthwhile getting.
All right, Portal 2.
Yes.
100% yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Okay. Pushmo. 3DS.
I say yes.
I'm going to say no. I know it's very well
Oh,
considered.
really?
Yeah.
Well, what do you
We
want
have
to do,
to be
Mike?
picky.
You're the
That's a
deciding
no.
vote.
It's a no because I never played, so I can't put it on there.
I can't believe you guys are killing games you haven't even
Sorry.
played.
We have to
put
be
it on if
picky.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Radiant Historia. Very well regarded
I say no.
RPG on Nintendo DS.
Why would you say no to that one, huh?
Because I haven't played it.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, I have to say
No, I actually looked it up, and I think I might have actually fired it up, but not played it much more beyond just mucking around with it a little bit.
All right, next is a game I've actually did pick up and start playing as part of this feature. Is Rage.
Yes, for me.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yep. I liked it.
What's your thoughts, Integot?
I say no, but I don't know it that well.
Can we remove stuff for the shortlist towards the end when we
No, I'm just going to shove this one into the
No,
the
let's
if no one else wants it.
Let's put it all through.
Shove. I'm shoving it in.
I don't think we're going to make to 20. I don't think we're going to make to 20 at the pace.
All right, I'm going to say yes to Rage.
Oh,
okay,
really?
I don't have to shove it in then. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, you should have said no, and then it would burn one of his vetoes. You got to be strategic.
Okay. All right. Ratchet and Clank All for One on PS3.
No, definitely not.
No from me. Definitely not. Oh man, Ratchet and Clank hater.
That's not a good game. That game. No, Ratchet and Clank's good, but that one's not that good.
Okay, Rayman Origins.
I say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna say no. Doesn't matter anyway. I should have said yes so I did look bad. Red Faction Armageddon.
Ooh, enjoyed it, but no.
No, it's not bad, but yeah. All right, Resistance 3 on PS3.
No. Also liked it, but no.
No, unfortunately. All right, Rock of Ages. No from me. It's funny game though.
Interesting game, but yeah. No.
All right, Rocksmith.
Have not played enough.
Rocksmith is great, but I just can't place it on this short list.
No
all right. Not that many more to go. We've got Rune Factory, Tides of Destiny. No from me. I haven't played it, unfortunately. Saints Row the Third. Very considered probably the best in the series by most people.
Yep. Was that the one where Nolan North was one of the voice options?
Probably.
I don't remember if it was
either that or number 4. I haven't played much of number 3. A lot of people highly regard it.
We don't need your life story.
Hey, this is a big name game. I'm just trying to justify why it's probably not going to get
the blowback we'll get.
I just don't think it's not my kind of game, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't like good games. So do we put it in or not?
No.
What was it for you? I'm gonna shove this one in. This is my first shove. Yes, I like it.
That's my first
shove. It was a really fun game.
Is that what you call it?
I'm shoving this one right there. I'm putting it in and fisting it in.
It does look odd though, dude.
Why? It's a good game.
That's
all right. I got it.
I don't say it looks odd at all.
I need to shove something in.
Saints
I haven't had my shoves yet.
Saints Row the Third was one of the Game of the Year list games that year. It's really well.
It definitely is now for me because it's in there.
All right, it is. This is official.
All right, next one. Shadows of the Damned.
That was a good game.
Yes, from me, definitely.
I'll go yes as well. It was very cool.
Shoot.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yes.
See, I like this exercise because I wouldn't have ever picked this. So this is a good exercise to do. Yeah. I'm learning now. All right, I've added it.
Sonic
I don't want to scare you guys, but we've actually only got 2 more spots now.
That's okay. That's okay. All right.
We'll have to be doing some editing.
All right. Sonic Generations. I'm going to say no.
No.
It's not bad.
Yeah, definitely not.
Spider-Man Edge of Time. I didn't like it very much, so no. Stacking, fun game. It's going to be on Games of Gold, as we mentioned.
Right.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, no.
Star Fox 64 3D. I haven't played the 3D version. I don't know what changes they made. Light Wars is just classic.
Yeah, look, it's probably the best way to play Star Fox, in general. If you're only going to play one Star Fox game, I'd say it'd be this one. And I do love Star Fox, but it's also not as much of a change to be worthy on this list, if you know what I mean. It's not like a Resident Evil 2 where they, adapted the game for the modern era. So I'd say no for me.
Okay, no.
No for me as well.
All right, Super Mario 3D Land.
This is a definite yes for me.
It's a yes, of course.
Okay.
What is it, a yes or no for you, Mike?
Irrelevant.
No, we need it for the tabulation,
No, it's irrelevant.
You can say no, it's fine. You're not going to
I have no thoughts one way or the other.
Okay. All right, so yes then. Okay, Tekken Tag.
For the records.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2. No.
That's hard to say 5 times.
That's
Tekken
really
Tag
good. But in this year, if it wasn't so crowded this year. But yeah.
Take
Terraria. I'm not a fan,
I
honestly.
say yes.
Great game,
I'm gonna
but
say no.
no.
Yeah.
No, it's
All
not
right.
for me.
I say yes, but
I enjoyed
it's
it,
out.
but
The Binding of Isaac.
I say yes.
No from me.
no for me.
Not my kind of game.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay.
It's weird. I thought it'd be my cup
I
of tea.
mean,
but it wasn't.
it's such a busy year. That's the thing.
Mm.
The Cursed
That,
Really
Crusade.
have one
like,
left.
can I just say one thing, Swinny? So, because like one thing for me, I think that this makes it different is the fact that we're looking at these things, how they've actually landed. Like, I think some of these games were regarded very, very highly when they came out that year, and now people are a bit like, nah, it's kind of just one of those type of games that didn't have an impact. And I feel like
It had a huge
Terraria
impact.
did
Terraria
have a big
did.
impact.
Yeah,
That's-
so did the Binding of Isaac.
Yeah. No,
But
and I was going to say that
again,
as well.
personal preference. I just
Okay.
didn't
Alright.
get into them enough.
I'm not going to veto it yet.
All right. The Cursed Crusade is a piece of crap. No.
We'll
Yeah,
take
no,
your word
move
for
on.
it.
Yep.
No.
No.
The Dishwasher Vampire Smile. Not bad, but no.
Wait, this is the dishwasher, Vampire.
So these
Smile.
are the guys that
not the
made.
dishwasher vampire. Smile.
These are the same developers that made Salt and Sanctuary.
Oh, is it a similar kind of game?
I mean, it's a 2D action game. It's not like a
Okay.
Soulsy
Salt and
style
Sanctuary
game.
was really good.
All right. So no from me.
But anyway, no.
Dishwasher. No. A lot of people love it. All right. Skyrim. The
No.
Elder Scrolls 5.
Next.
I say no
No.
as well.
Oh, it's out. That's it. It's
No,
locked
I'm
in.
kidding. That's a yes. That's a yes. I was kidding.
Of course.
That's a very.
It might
That
just
would be funny.
Some might
That would
say,
be
I know,
funny.
right?
Some might say
Take
it's
that
the
from
best
me, right?
game of the year.
Hey, let's
Yeah,
not let's
some
not
might say
start
it's the best
to
game of every
let's-
year since then.
let's not start to cloud this, boys.
Okay. All right. King of Fighters 13. I haven't
Nope.
played it, unfortunately. No.
No.
The last story.
I played King of Fighters something.
I say
rather,
yes to the
but
last
not
story.
13.
Last story's a tough one. I just haven't played it. Did it
I
get?
haven't either.
Did it get?
Sorry.
I know it had a lot of hype,
No.
but did it? Was it well received? Do you know?
Yeah. It just was a cult classic, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, knowing how packed the list is already, I'm going to say no.
It
Yeah.
is a short list. It's not the nominees, but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying yes. But sounds like it's out.
I do love a Sakaguchi game, but unfortunately. All right.
Excuse your language. This is the PG-13 podcast. All right, let's go. Let's move. Keep it moving, boys.
Okay. Legend of Zelda Ocarina
We're
of Time.
at 20, by the way. We're at 20
Yeah.
right now.
Legend
That's
of
a good
Zelda.
we needed to
thing.
land.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D on the 3DS.
No.
Now, like the original game, and I think, in a couple of years' time, we'll loop back to, what is it, 1998, when Ocarina of Time came out? And that's going to be really hard that year. But I'd say no to this, just because I don't think it did enough to change it. It literally made the game easier, which is not a positive thing.
They did a lot of work to the game, but it is still the game, so no.
Yeah.
All right, this one is probably the hardest one on the list for me. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Wii.
Oh, I say 100% yes.
This is tough because there's a lot of good in
Shortlist,
this
100%. Shortlist, 100%.
Just
game. All right, I'm
put
going
it
to say
on there.
yes for now, and then when we look at the 20 or 20 plus that we got. But yes,
Yep.
it's Skyward Sword.
All right.
War in the North is a fun game, but no from me.
Yep,
That's
no.
enough for me as well.
All right, huge one. Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Bloody
I
yes
say
from
yes.
me. Oh,
That's-
I
awesome.
say yes.
Yes for me. But hang on a minute. The PC version.
What?
Is that a technicality? Did the 360 come out that year as well?
Again, if you go to Wikipedia, it says 2011 is the release date.
Of the 360 version as
No,
well?
Enhanced Edition, I think, was next year. I think.
Ooh, so which one did we technically play?
No,
for
but
it
that's
to
what I'm
count?
saying. That
It's the.
oh,
I mean, I
like
played
that's
it on-
that's another thing we need to talk about. That's a different thing.
No,
Or do we
let's
play
put it-
remastered? blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely, we'll put it on the short list for now, but I think that's a technicality for that one.
It's not a technicality. It came out
Well,
in
it is,
2011.
Yeah, but we didn't play the PC version.
Yeah, but
So-
I haven't played any, and I will play the PC version.
But how would you put it as Game of the Year if you never played it?
But that's part of the exercise of this whole thing. We haven't all necessarily played all of them.
Well, you can't Game of the Year something you haven't played.
We're not anointing a game of the year right now. Game of some other year.
Well,
by
not
the way.
yet. We're shortlisting it, but how do you shortlist something that you've never even seen or touched
Well,
or felt?
mate, I can tell you that there's certain acts in life that I don't need to do to know I don't want to do it. And there's other things that I know I will like that I haven't enjoyed yet.
Yeah, but how would you shortlist a certain act? Let's say, for example,
Hey, remember, this is a G-rated podcast. Go on.
let's say you have a peg. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
for the
yeah.
sake
All right,
of
let's
the
move on.
exercise.
Let's move on.
Okay.
And
All right.
All right.
You're
so it's
looking
on the
at
short
it
list.
To
It's on
the
short
moon. Well,
list.
can
if you don't try it,
can you
how
mute
would
him
you possibly
remotely?
say it's
Can you mute him
shortlisted? It doesn't
remotely?
make any sense.
I can, but I haven't exercised that power yet.
All right. To the moon on PC. Very well
Great game.
regarded, but no. From
But no.
Total
I say no.
War Shogun 2.
That was made an RPG Maker, wasn't it?
It wasn't, but it looks
memory.
like an
Yep.
RPG Maker. Total War Shogun
was, yeah.
2.
No, it was made in
No.
Game Maker, wasn't it? To the moon.
No, I think it was actually made an RPG Maker.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
It's one of the games made in it, I think.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I got
Okay,
it
I'm
wrong.
wrong. All right. Total War
was,
Shogun
RPG
2.
Maker.
No.
PC. No from me.
Played a little
Nope.
bit.
Toy Soldiers Cold War. No from me. The
It
first
was a
game
fun
was
game,
alright.
but no.
Trine 2. No.
Enjoyed it, but I probably wouldn't put it Game of the Year.
Okay.
Nope.
Two Worlds 2.
Do you still get...
Oh, man, this is a great game, but it doesn't deserve to be amongst those, unfortunately.
because of all the...
If I knew we
typical
didn't already have to
European
cut some
bugs?
out, I might force this. No.
Okay.
Okay. No from everyone? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, yes.
Oh,
Marvel
yes.
vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate.
Yes.
That's a yes from you.
Yeah.
Wait, is this...
I don't think it's
No,
as
that's
good
a no
as
for
like
me.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, right? So
A lot of
not.
people love
Definitely
Marvel
not as
vs.
good as the
Capcom 3
arcade.
Ultimate. It's
No, I get that. I get
really
that.
well regarded.
But is it as good?
no, I don't disagree.
Like, it's in that community, Ultimate is like top. This
Well,
one.
there's
No,
a
I
lot
don't
of
think that's true, dude.
communities
Like,
with
I think you're being sacrilegious. I agree with your sentiment that it's up there against like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
People love Ultimate, man. Trust me, people love Ultimate.
But the
What are you
important
talking
thing
about?
is, do we love it or not? Is it a yes or no?
I'm
Okay,
saying
that's
it
one
deserves
thing
to be
right
on a
now.
short list.
I'd say yes, but if we could knock out
I'm
some
forcing
other game,
it,
you know,
so it
like
doesn't
Saints
matter.
Row or something.
I'm forcing
Oh,
it,
you're
so it doesn't
forcing it.
matter.
You've used your
Yeah, he's
veto.
forcing it.
Yes.
He's used
Damn.
it. Doesn't matter
Damn,
what we
son.
say.
Just
Alright,
to
next.
represent those people, so they've got a voice. All right.
Well, you've already misrepresented them by what you said, but yeah, go on.
People love Ultimate, man. Trust me. All right.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is like just about the same as Marvel versus Capcom 2.
All right. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, on PS3.
Great game. I might force this one in because I
I
really
say
enjoyed
yes
it.
to this.
Well, okay, then it's a yes. So
Okay.
there you go.
All right.
Done.
I've got to now that we're just representing people. That's how roll.
I'm representing.
I'm representing the PS community.
the pirates community who enjoy pillaging
All right, let's go.
and Uncharted.
Well, after you guys you voted out Mortal Kombat 9 or whatever, then I've got to represent them somehow. Okay. Venetica is buggiest game I've ever played. No.
No.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine, actually a really fun game.
That was
but
meant to
no.
be quite good, yeah.
But
No.
X-Men Destiny is pretty crap. No from
Don't
me.
remember that.
And the last game on our list, on the main list, is Yakuza 4, which fortunately I want to play early games. I started playing them on Game Pass, so I'm going to say no for now.
Yeah, I say no
Okay,
as well.
it's a no.
So
So how many do we have?
So we
22?
have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
okay.
24.
So just before we start
okay.
that, is there any game that we've missed that anyone wanted to include, or we've got them all?
We've spoken about all the games I wanted to include on there. Oh no, wait, did we talk about Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic? Sorry, because I had that on my list.
Was that 2011? No, it's
Let me just double check.
Yeah,
I
that
believe
feels like
it was.
should be shortlisted.
Yeah, that was 2011.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it's an MMO, so I'm automatically going to say no myself, even though it's meant to be good.
Okay, why?
Because I'm not a fan of MMOs. I don't like them.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no.
Jesus.
Sheesh.
That's very like close-minded, but yeah, okay.
Oh, it's just the way I think.
Are you saying yes to that, Mike?
No, I'm gonna go with no.
Oh, can't
Sorry.
believe it. Do I burn my
You can
veto on
force it
this? I
in.
don't even know.
Well, what else are you gonna put in there? There is one that I think was, well, actually, there's two that was missed out that I played quite a bit. F1 2011, probably wouldn't put that in though. But Dirt 3, I will force in.
Sorry, I realised that Dirt 3 was in the list. I should have included it at the
I
top.
played that quite a lot. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. So wait, how many vetoes have you used, Mike?
2.
It feels like
I
you
used
used
2.
more than 2.
No, I used 2.
What did you
Because
use
every
it
time
on?
I try to veto something, you guys just ended up voting it in anyway.
Oh
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
never
I
vetoed it.
didn't do
So,
that. Well, I'm
I've had
gonna
to.
put Star Wars in there as well then. Star
Okay.
Wars: The Old Republic.
Shit, that's 26 then.
No, it's not 26, is it?
24 plus 2 is 26.
So
plus
did
2.
I use one of my vetoes? Did I? I think.
Yeah, you have. You don't have to put something in if you don't want to.
Okay.
But
No,
it's
I'm just
24.
remembering I got
24
one
games.
left. I just remember I got one left. That's all. Okay.
Wait, how's it 24? We just added 2 more.
All right. Is there? I can't see the
I
list.
just counted it as 24. I might have got the number wrong before.
I can't see the list. Is there a way I can see the list? Or could you paste it? Because I think we need to see the list. I know the viewers
well,
can
I
see the list. I can't see
We
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
trust the
I love-
list keeper.
I love how everyone can see the list apart from you. Okay, I can share it on Discord. I'll share my screen. Mike.
Could you just paste the list in the Google Sheet next to the rest of them?
No, it's an image. I've got it in Photoshop. It's a beautiful image.
Oh, you can't
Do you want me
copy-
to share it on Discord,
copy the
Mike?
text?
Copy this. What do you mean copy
No,
the
it's fine.
text?
Just go
It's
through it.
Photoshop.
It's fine. You don't.
You
need
can
to
still copy
spend
text
time
from
sharing it.
Photoshop. Oh, using text though, aren't you?
No, it's images. It's all the cover. All the
Oh
covers.
wow, okay. You had covers for everything?
Yeah.
All these games? wow. Okay, all right. I'll take
I'll have to edit my screen. I'm gonna put an edit marker. I'll share it right now with you both. You just have to put yourself on mute. So yeah, you have to jump on Discord, Mike, if you want to see the screen.
No, I'm fine. I don't need to see it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll just share it
I
with
can
Swinny
imagine
then.
it.
All right, cool. All right, let's see this list.
All right, it should be live now for you.
All right, cool. All right, sorry. I thought it would be easier. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that looks
So
really.
let me run through the list.
By the way, that looks really nice. The viewers got a treat, I'm sure. Watching this.
I forgot to write 2011. So all right, let me run through the list. It's now not in alphabetical order because of the late editions. Sorry about that. So Batman, Arkham City, Battlefield 3, Dark Souls, Dead Island, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Dragon Age 2, Forza Motorsport 4, Killzone 3, LA Noire, Mario Kart 7, Minecraft, Portal 2, Rage, Rayman Origins, Saints Row the Third, Shadows of the Damned, Super Mario 3D Land, Skyrim, Zelda Skyward Sword, Witcher 2, Ultimate, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Uncharted 3, Dirt 3, that was a nice little run, and Star Wars The Old Republic. All right. Do you want to just like quickly go like, hey, we all said yes to this, so let's just push this to the side?
So, yeah, I'm cool to do it that way. I know there's a game I think we should drop immediately.
Well, how are we going to do this? Because we vetoed. Are we now like resetting everything?
No, I think the vetoes stayed. Like whatever you vetoed in stayed.
Nah, no way.
Unless
no
you
way.
choose,
That's crazy.
no, unless
That's
you
crazy.
No, unless you choose to, unless you voluntarily give it up. I think it stays.
Well, like,
I'm not giving
let's do
it up.
Why don't we do the quick exercise of just like pulling the ones to the side that we all said yes? Do you want to just quickly do that? Because they're kind of protected, right? We all said yes to it. It'd be crazy if we
Okay.
removed
All right.
ones that we all said yes.
Yeah, they're
So
not
it
going to go out.
Yeah, so there's this one, Dark Souls, Deus Ex. Help me out here, Swinny, if I've missed any.
Portal 2
for
Minecraft,
sure. Minecraft.
LA Noire.
LA Noire, we all said yes. Skyrim. Obviously.
I don't know where we did land on all for Witcher 2, I think.
Did we? I don't know if
I
Mark
think
did.
that's still... Well, no, only because
You said yes at the start.
I think we played a different version, technically.
Yeah, but I still think it's
Yeah,
justified.
we'll cover that as well, like the logic of all that kind of stuff.
I think that's all that we gave
That
out.
was it,
all
wasn't
yeses
it? Yeah,
for.
that was it. Forza, I think we all actually
I
said
said
yes
no.
to that, didn't we?
I said no.
Oh,
No,
okay, you said no to that.
one.
Okay, so how many are we left with then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, so I think Rage should drop out. I said yes to that originally, but I'd also at
Okay.
the time I was like, oh, do we have a chance to drop this out? Because I liked it. I
that's fine. Take it
just
out.
don't think it hangs with these, unfortunately.
All right. Well, in the vein of eliminating things that I promoted, I'll eliminate Killzone 3.
Well, that's the thing. So
we've got to eliminate 4, right?
Yeah, but
is my maths right?
I'm saying I think a veto should stick, but if you voluntarily give it up, then you can. So that was one of your vetoes.
Yeah, I don't know if a veto should stick, but yeah.
I think that's a whole. Why? Otherwise, what's the point of the veto?
Well, because we're like vetoing games that are like, you know, I just want to get it on the list and then sort it out.
You said a veto into the shortlist. If it doesn't stay in the shortlist,
this is into
pointless.
the long list of the short list.
Nah, it sticks. So I'm not
anyway,
giving up Ultimate.
I'm removing it. I'm removing it.
All right. I would get rid of Dead Island, but Mike, I know you did love that game.
I did.
So what's
Can we get rid of it, Mike?
What's your case?
Nope.
What?
Not getting rid of that one.
No, you got to mount your case, mount an argument. Why it should stay?
Because it's Game of the Year. Why else?
No, come on, don't be silly.
I'm not being silly. That was my favorite game that year.
Well, what are you eliminating? Swinny and I just eliminated something. We eliminated games that we put up.
Which ones did I force in?
Saints Row, I believe. Dirt 3, Dead Island.
Dead Island
That's about it from you.
All right, let's take Dirt out.
Okay, Dirt's out.
Yeah.
So we need one more game to delete.
All right.
Which one?
I reckon Saints Row, man. I know you put it in there, but it doesn't look right in this list.
It looks right to me. That game is really well regarded, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything about the Shadow of the Damned. Is that a really good game?
Yes.
Okay.
Didn't get the love. So it was just to give you some context. It was it's like a supergroup project. So it had the composer of Silent Hill, it had Suda 51, and it was I forget, there was someone from the EA side, I think. But basically, it was a really cool project, great game. Not like a AAA title like these, but I think it deserves to be recognised in a shortlist.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not going to win Game of the Year, but I think
I really enjoyed it.
I want that in the shortlist.
Don't presume.
I want that in a shortlist. It also has. It also has a level where you're running across a giant naked woman. So what can you say?
Well, we need to play that game.
I recommend playing that game, by the way, if anyone hasn't. Shadows of the Damned.
It's a good game.
It deserves a remaster.
Yeah, it does.
All right, so I'm counting this correctly, yeah? So we've got to eliminate 4.
Well, I can't see all the numbers at the top because they're kind of all like...
Well, because there's 3 rows of 8, which is 24, right? And then that means you eliminate 4. So I've only got 3 at the bottom. So Rage, Killzone 3, and Dirt 3. So we need to eliminate one more. So I'll just run through the ones that are on the consideration for the chopping block, I guess.
Yeah.
Forza Motorsport 4, Ultimate Marvel
That's vetoed,
vs. Capcom
so that's
3.
locked.
Well, no, I already deleted Killzone. That was vetoed. So,
but you voluntarily gave that up. Marvel was locked because I vetoed it. Do I have to use my second veto to re-veto it to lock it in again?
Correct, you do. That's a good system.
Lock it in, Eddie. Lock it in, Integot.
Can I get through the bloody list? Forza Motorsport 4, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Shadows of the Damned, Saints Row the Third, Dragon Age 2, Rayman Origins, Dead Island, Uncharted
Origins
3.
you could take out.
Well, okay, that's interesting. 'Cause I hadn't finished the list, but Origins was the one I was going to propose next, or Dragon Age 2.
Dragon Age 2 stays in.
Yeah, that stays in.
So Origins we'll get rid of?
Take Origins.
Yeah, I'll take it out.
All right, it's done.
Although it was semi-influential.
It's gone. It's gone.
We need to shortlist it. I'm sorry.
We can't go back.
I really enjoyed that game. But
it's gone.
No, it's literally gone, dude.
What's gone?
All right. So now this is like the OCD part of me is like freaking out right now because none of these are in alphabetical order. And I also want to change the order because it's a bit too like giving our hand away.
Man, this is a hell of a year looking at this.
It's
crazy.
Insane. If you actually go through it, it's like disgusting how many
crazy.
games
How are we going to get 6 out of this? Oh my god.
I don't know. We'll have to clean this format up because it doesn't neatly divide.
I reckon we can easily get 6.
Oh, man.
I've got 6 clear ones in my head at least.
All right.
Well, I don't think it's. I think we're gonna have battle scars. Try to get it down to 6. So this is the 20. Do you want me to run through it for the final time and then we'll wrap up?
Yep.
So our final shortlist. So the idea is that this is our shortlist. We'll play some of these games that we haven't played or just re-familiarize ourselves. And in the coming weeks, we will sit down and determine our shortlist. So our 6 nominees for the Game of Some Other Year 2011. So the shortlist that we've just come up with is, in unfortunately not alphabetical order, Batman Arkham City, Skyrim, Forza Motorsport 4, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Shadow of the Damned, Saints Row the Third, Portal 2, Witcher 2, Minecraft, LA Noire, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Dark Souls, Super Mario 3D Land, Battlefield 3, Star Wars The Old Republic, Uncharted 3, Dead Island, Dragon Age 2, Mario Kart 7, and finally, Zelda The Skyward Sword. This is like an insane list, man.
Dead Island.
This is an insane list. I think there are going to be some really obvious ones that are just going to be top 6, but the 5th and 6th spot, I think it's going to be ridiculously... We've got to think of a good system to come up with.
This is good, and again, my condolences to the PlayStation fans out there for the games that, like, your kill zones and your resistances that I just couldn't really give much of thought on, because I know they're very well regarded.
You need to get a PS3.
I need to buy the PSV off your dad, like we said I was going to. You need to get me that connection.
He's up here. I'll ask him. I actually just set up my PS3 to play Demon's Souls. I actually bought the vertical stand for it because I've got this idea of presenting all my consoles.
You needed a vertical stand for it? Don't they just stand vertically by themselves?
PS3. Oh no, I've got the slim model. Yeah. Sorry, it's actually weird to put it vertically, those models, but I
gotta say, this was a fun exercise. I like this.
It was really fun. And I think it wasn't as heated as it will be. I actually think we're really going to struggle to come up with 6, to be honest.
Well, that's
so we haven't really,
us, yes.
That's where
we haven't discussed.
I think it's okay, but between us, we'll fight it out.
Well, we'll have to have some funny mechanic or something, because I think you're right, Mike. I'm not a big fan of putting numbers against everything, but we probably need to have it a little bit as a backup. And then we might need to have some kind of double veto system. Maybe if 2 people try to blow something up, I don't know.
See,
it's tricky, man.
I like these kind of discussions where people just go at it. They just they debate for hours and hours. Just
dude,
listening to some game of the year podcast and stuff where they literally spend 10 hours on this stuff.
Katanas, zombies in bikinis, more zombies. I mean, how can that not be game of the year?
Dead Island is automatically.
Why do I even need to justify
Dead Island
this?
is automatically disqualified for the fake bad Australian accents. I'm just saying.
I can tell you this
Aussie podcast.
Straight after the end of this episode, I'm going to start very much like the TV show Survivor style, calling you both and going, okay, what game do you really want in the top 6? We can talk about how I can get my game in and play you guys against each other.
Little do you know that in the meantime, we are talking together as well.
We start to text each other, and then it pops up in their text messages.
Hey, I'll pay $100 if you vote for Dead Island.
Because I feel like we could put
deal
1, 2, 3. I reckon there's 3 that are just unanimous. It would not be even a debate. But then I'm going to be really annoyed if certain games pop off this list. Because I think Swinny, maybe the last thing we'll just wrap up.
To take off the list.
We'll wrap up the conversation in a sec. But so for me, I think the impact and also how it's landed is a big component of what should be game of the year, not just is it the best game of the year in its pure game playing and for instance Uncharted 3, do I think that loses points because it's just riffing off Uncharted 1 and 2? For me, yes, right? So but in itself it could be the best execution of a game.
Well, because you could have sequels or prequels or anything like that it's still a better game than the other one.
I don't care about any of that crap. I'm wanting to vote. The thing is, I think that there's
no, but that's fine. That's fine.
I think there's positives and arguments that can be made for that adds to it. But to me, it's what games did I like? What games do I think deserve as part of personally? So. So when we get those,
I can't vote for the Marvel vs. Capcom community like you can.
When we get to discussion around Minecraft, which is probably the biggest thing in regards to impact here, it's like
Yeah.
then we have that discussion, and that's where I think that comes out.
Yeah, we'll take it.
And maybe I'm being sneaky. I'm like already trying to lay the foundation of that debate. Because then the hardest one that we'll have is like coming up with our joint like game of some other year. I haven't even thought about that yet. Like that we actually have to pick one out of all of these.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then one out of the 6. Like the 6 I'm going to have struggles with.
So we got to figure out. So obviously we're going to do the 6 nominations, and then there's going to be a collective one. But are we going to maybe pick our top 3 ourselves personally as well?
No, but I mean that'll be part of the process.
Go offline yeah. Well,
I think honestly we'll probably get to a spot where we pick out of the 6 like what our ordering will be, and then go from there. You know.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, but I think no matter what, like we're all going to fall behind this big wigs game of some other year, whatever it is, the number 1. Yeah, no, and I think what we should also do, so we'll loop back to this shortly, and we'll give people heads up that we are. But once we get to the 6, we'll probably cover them as like reviews or retrospectives in the weeks leading up to it, and then go into like the final battle.
And
or whatever.
And I'll tell you about my horrible co-op Dead Island experience with Mike. That'll be fun.
It wasn't horrible.
If it's in the top 6, if it's in the top 6, though.
It's not the top 6. It's number 1. Come on.
Awesome. Well, that was quite fun actually. So just wrapping up this week's show. So again, if you want to help us out and grow the podcast, share with your friends, give us a 5-star review on your podcast service of choice.
Join us on OnlyFans.
Yeah, Big Wig OnlyFans. And if you do want to reach out to us, hit us up on Twitter, Big Wig Pod, or reach out to us through the YouTube comments. I do endeavor to go back to everyone in their comments unless they're blasting us. And then I still go back every now and then, and that's quite fun. So for this week, it's bye-bye.
Catch you later.
Ciao.
Cool. What did you guys think?